Welcome back to another episode of Once Upon a Witchlight. We would absolutely love it if you would like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check that bell so you never miss an episode. The adventure is reaching a fever pitch as the gang might finally encounter Granny Nightshade. We would absolutely love it if you'd leave a comment below letting us know what you think is going to happen next. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a few different ways you can do that. You can become a channel member right here on YouTube. You can go check out our merch shop where we've got a lot of really great stuff. You can become a patron over on Patreon to enjoy our patron-only campaign, Shroud Over Saltmarsh. And lastly, but not leastly, you can go to thecrookedmoon.com and pre-order your copy of The Crooked Moon today. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are Legends of Evantris. This is Wednesday. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Once upon a witchlight hour, the sleeping queen stirred in her tower, and through grand halls past lock and key came to her slumber dreams of three. The first brought laughter filled with fright, the second love defiled by spite, the third a world of pure delight. She welcomed these, they were her own, but soon from porcelain lips a groan, her silvery dreamscape now forsaken, to pain from which she'd not awaken. Something blighted had come hither, foul as nightshade creeping thither, from yon the grave-like curse did wither. The little prince wept in his spire, his wounded heart had one desire, a ballad from the dreaming queen could turn his maelstrom mind serene. He vowed her rescue, speech sincere, but toys would be his shield and spear, and so he scoured for 1 full year. In springtime wreathed in parenthood, the prince first found a toy of wood, a doll set, beasts and wild things, but listen close and each one sings, a song of child, owl and bear, a song that calls the spirits there, a song for monsters with much hair. When summer heat steamed like a kettle, the prince then found a toy of metal, a rocking horse with ashen mane. Around its neck was draped a chain. Its horn and eyes and nose shoot flame, with mighty hooves and sturdy frame. No better steed one could proclaim. He searched from autumn's harvest throne. The prince then found a toy of bone, lettered blocks stacked to the sky, when turned to words could only lie. Deceit known to the hounds of hell makes for a potent hex or spell of souls, of sin, of Shadowfell. Through winter's chill from peak to pass, the prince then found a toy of glass, marble spun in measured motion, like careful thought or certain notion, each glinting cat's eye seeing all, from stars beyond the cosmic sprawl, to inner strength and mind's recall. When season stopped, the final day, at last the prince found halves of clay. He shed a tear. This would not do. His favorite toy was split in two. It stank and had a horrid face, but in his heart held special place. Through toil this crack he would erase. The day has come, no time for rest. The fateful toys placed in a chest, with stripes of white and stripes of red, just like a big top by his bed. The little prince prepares a flower for either outcome, sweet or sour, and makes a wish for love, for power. Once upon a witchlight hour.
You are all toys. You still haven't changed. Wait, can you not hear me?
You're very quiet.
I mean, it's pretty far away from my mouth.
That's probably better.
Yeah.
Maybe down a bit.
Okay.
You gotta...
Yeah. Maybe that'll work. You are all toys. That hasn't changed. As you make your way through Loomlurch in this new size, you realize how massive this place is. And though you do have the ability to move more quickly with the shape changing that Gideon is able to undergo, this place is still incredibly large. The portrait room that you find yourself in at first is where you knew that you needed to be. It's what you came to Loomlurch for is the bargain that you made with Bavlorna to bring back at least one of the portraits in this hall. Their magic you were unaware of, and you were able to see your families reflected back at you in them, or strangers, depending on who you are. Though there was a price for this, a price of blood. Leaving this room, all with the guidance of the small child that you met, Mishka, you are able to traverse this place fairly quickly, and you make your way through kitchen and library, and eventually up into into Granny Nightshade's room proper. And it is here that you see a moldy, dilapidated dollhouse sitting on a side table. Her minion, the sow pig that you all know, the one that had taken Hootsie from the Witchlight Carnival, rests asleep on the bed next to it.
That's right.
On the windowsill is a glass case filled with moths fluttering about. But it is not here that you stop. Mishka has a place for you to hide and be able to plan your next course of action. And it is into a small room off of the bedroom that she takes you. What is very clearly an aviary, where you see these large stuffed birds, all of them on a perch next to a window, each one of them labeled to a different sister. A desk in the corner with 3 open letters, just recently delivered. The first: Sister, I don't have Eilidon's horn. If I did, I would use it to free Bloody Beak and send it after the Jabberwock that lairs in the palace and hunts in your forest. No matter what Endelin says, that burbling beast of a dragon is a threat to our coven and our 3 realms. How Zybilna managed to befriend it, I'll never know. Maybe we should ask her. Much love, Lorna. Next to it, another and a more beautiful and elegant scrawl, freshly scented with a soft floral perfume. Lovely scab. The last time I saw the unicorn horn, it was in your possession. Pity you lost it, but fret not. I have gazed into the orrery of tragedies, and it is revealed to me that Eilidon's horn will be found. If worse comes to worst, recall that Eilidon's mate still dwells in your forest. You could kill Lamorna and take her horn, assuming, of course, you're not too busy making toys. Your darling sister, End. And lastly, one that looks even more recent. Dear sister, there's no use asking Endelin if she has the horn. She doesn't tell us anything. But if we don't find it soon, I fear what the Jabberwock will do after it gets tired of prowling the forest and turns its fiery gaze elsewhere. God's bodkins, that thing gives me nightmares. Must I remind you that we need a unicorn's horn to free creatures from the cauldron's time-freezing magic? It's not enough to know their true names, you know. Of course, my greater concern is that someone else finds the horn and uses it for exactly that purpose. What do you think Zybilna will do to us, we treacherous 3, if she's no longer bound by her cauldron's magic? Your beloved sister, Lorna. And it is with that final line that you find yourselves now, all in your toy forms, perched on top of this rotting desk, staring down at these letters. The stuffed bird-like creatures completely silent and frozen in place. Mishka looks around at all of you, but says no words. She does not attempt to read over your shoulder. She eventually steps back and leans up against the wall and waits for you to finish or to speak. The silence in here is almost unnerving.
So for the first letter, who... Because there's 3 sisters, but there's 3 letters.
So the first one was from Lorna, Bavlorna. The second one was from Endelin, and the third one was also from Bavlorna.
Gotcha. I believe Frost is the one reading those.
Did the Jabberwock have laser beam eyes?
Yes. Shit. The Jabberwock laser beamed Hootsie.
I say it fried the shit out of us.
I thought it did like fire breath.
I'm pretty sure it was laser beam eyes.
Laser beam eyes.
Yeah, I think it
Or
looked...
fire eyes.
I think it had both. It definitely had a cone attack and beam attack.
Oh, shit.
I got speared by a tree.
We're so fucked.
Yeah. You got kind of
I
wrecked.
got donutted.
Heard that.
I got donutted.
You guys donutted?
Don't say
Aren't we all
donutted.
donuts, really?
We are now. Yeah.
No, there's one solid hole that starts here.
Please stop, Derek.
And that's all that the letters say.
Gosh, I think we should kill that sow pig. Do you think we can manage it?
Dormig isn't sure. We're smaller than normal.
You see what we did to that snake? We could manage killing that sow pig.
That was pretty crazy.
I mean, we could get the jump on it right now.
The sow pig was powerful enough to capture Hootsie. This is no ordinary snake we're dealing with. This is a creature of magic, a minion of Granny Nightshade.
Well, she's asleep.
Yes?
I was just gonna say, what if I just climbed into her mouth and turned into a train?
Whoa!
That's actually a phenomenally clever idea.
Wait, hold on. What if instead of her head exploding, it crushes you and you get all fucked up?
Impossible. She couldn't possibly crush my train form. It's too powerful.
Yeah, you can drive. Dormig is gonna resist
You can drive all the way from one end of the donut to the other.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's much better than what Dormig was gonna say.
Gideon and I support this idea 100%. I think that you should follow your heart.
Well, let's go create some new train tracks.
Wait, hold on. How many more times can you do that?
Well, I don't know. I think it said 5 times a day. I've done it twice.
You can do it 5 times between seeing a toy maker and having the toy maker reset you.
I mean, 5 times before we see the toy maker. And then they gotta spin my crank on the back. You know what I mean? Reset the trainification process.
Yeah. Hey, Misha or Mishka?
It's Mishka.
Mishka, are you there?
Yes, I'm just leaning against the wall.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I forgot what I was gonna say. That's pretty cool. Is the sow pig also a child? So if we murdered her, we'd be murdering a child.
I'm just kind of curious why you're so why you're so worried about the little sleeping thing out there when
Because she's a little fucker. She's
don't you have to go talk to Granny Nightshade and you're gonna have to get into the dollhouse and you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do about all of your stuff and how you're going to stop being toys and you're
certainly.
worried about this little pig thing on the bed?
It's a revenge thing. You wouldn't understand.
No, I definitely understand revenge because people have been mean to me a lot. You know, I literally asked you to kind of beat up those 2 kids.
Yeah.
So if you could turn into a train inside one of their mouths, wouldn't you?
What a weird fucking thing to say.
It's a simple question. Answer it.
I mean, when you put it like that, yes, who wouldn't really, though? But,
Exactly.
right now, I have, bigger fish to fry. So, I'm gonna do that first, and then I'll turn into a train in their mouth.
Oh. All right.
Well, I won't, metaphorically speaking.
Fine. We don't have to have Gideon climb into her mouth and have him turn into a train.
I mean, you got a good point.
Well, dang.
I mean, if things go pear-shaped, we're fucked. We can get directly into Granny Nightshade's.
And I'm just saying, if I'm going to get you into the dollhouse, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if I put you into the dollhouse and the first thing she finds out about you is you killed her little sow pig,
Yeah, that's a good point.
then you immediately start on the bad foot. If you want to, okay. I'm not going to stop you, train in her mouth or whatever. But
Well, to be fair, we don't have to have it turn into a train. We could break Frosty in half, and because he's glass, we can just slit her throat while she's sleeping.
No. Whatever we do, we have to make it look like an accident.
Yeah, well, she accidentally rolled over on some glass while she was sleeping.
No, that's not.
Oh, we could break off a little piece of frost and then stick it in some food.
oh, yeah! That'll take way too long to kill.
Oh, yeah.
That'll
also,
take
that
weeks.
doesn't really work on Tormig, so there's no way to say whether or not it would work on the pig.
Do I need to remind y'all what the fucking plan is? We're gonna parlay and we're gonna, try to negotiate with all the information we have on Will.
I agree, but perhaps we just start a small fire and then we go.
Frosty, you guys are full of so many good ideas.
Then it's nobody's fault. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, Craig, get one of your cigarettes and put it out out.
Oh, it's just a cigarette, Frosty. Smoking a cigarette. Yeah. Every episode we become more murder hope, are we?
Speak for yourself. We got shit to do.
Well, let's just go to the dollhouse. We'll
I
deal with
brought
the
you
South Pig
in
later.
here so that you could come up with do you not plan?
Well,
Do you just do things and hope it works?
I've come to accept the fact that we do not plan. Everything's working out okay. I mean, we only have a endless list of debts and commitments.
Because I hate to bring it I hate to say this, but you have a promise to me now too. I helped you to get up here, so you're going to help me escape, and you're also going to beat the shit out of those 2 mean kids. So
yeah.
I need you to be successful for that to happen, or I'm trapped here forever.
Okay.
So
We will help you escape. Just close your eyes and open your mouth.
Whoa.
You're done, Frog. What's gotten into you? This is someone like you. I'm scared.
Stare at the sunset, Michigan. Stare at the sunset and close your eyes.
You're like fucking Enter the Departed. Jesus Christ.
No, we will help you escape.
okay, so
And not metaphorically.
Yeah.
From Wayne.
So I kind of need you to make a plan that will work, because I can't go with you into the dollhouse. But I'm not small enough. I can open the door and I can say the password, and I can open the door and I can lift each of you up and put you in. But at that point, you are on your own.
Well, it sounds like we have sort of a plan, and if we can get back to our normal selves, and you just kind of hide nearby the dollhouse, we'll take you with us on the way out.
But I won't be. What if the sow pig wakes up?
Kill her.
I will have to. Me?
What?
You saw me
Can
with
we
the
stop?
snake.
Can we stop entertaining this idea that we're gonna kill the fucking pig?
She kidnapped Hootsy and tortured her and imprisoned her for 5 years.
Those little fucks who we murdered like 5 of those guys. You like the same?
Well,
Where do we draw the line?
Where do we draw the line, Cranny?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like when there's just one pig, there's a higher likelihood that pig has its own sentience. You know what I mean? Those little
Those little
fucks.
fucks begging for their lives.
Yeah, but
And we closed the pot lid and shook it up.
Yeah, with their dead friends inside. What a nightmare.
They started eating the corpses, Mr. Krabby!
what have we done? All right, kill the pig.
We're not going to kill the pig now.
Not
We're
yet.
coming
No,
back.
Michigan's
Gonna kill the
First, we need a plan.
You could always I tried to make a deal where in the end you get to kill the pig.
No, we don't have to kill the pig.
Yeah.
But no, so the first thing we need to plan is where you're going to meet me afterwards. Because once you go inside, it's you and Granny Nightshade. And so I need to make it seem like I am doing what I'm supposed to do. So do I go shackle myself back to the kitchen?
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
trust that you will save me and I won't be shackled there forever and then die because I won't have any food or drink or anything?
That won't happen. We'll come back for you. We
Because
promise.
you all seem like really reliable.
Yeah, we're very reliable. we always finish our side quests very promptly.
100% success.
Yeah, very promptly we follow our side quests.
Here's the thing. Let me level with you. If we don't do it this session, there's a good chance we're going to forget in 5 months. So let's just get it done now. We better get on it.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
No, we won't forget, Mr. Grammy. It'll be all right.
All right.
Just tell us where you're either gonna hide or be, and we'll find you.
Okay, so I'm going to get you into the dollhouse.
Yeah.
And then I am going to leave.
Okay.
I'm going to sneak past the pig. I'm going to go downstairs.
Yep.
I'm probably going to look out the window a little bit and maybe read a child's book.
That's fine.
Then I'm going to sneak back into the kitchen and try not to wake the little green dragon.
Yep.
That's a good plan.
Then I'm going to take the manacles that are by the cutting board and I'm going to shackle myself to them.
Okay.
I will cry a little bit because I just got out and it's really sad that I'm back there of my own free will. And then
Sorry to give that up.
yeah, and then I will wait, like probably not too long, like an hour probably,
Okay.
and then you will come free me from it.
Yeah, it might be more than an hour, but we'll come back.
And if we get back to the kitchen
Yeah.
and you're not there for any reason, what would be your secondary place? Like, for example, if you got to the kitchen and the Green Dragon was awake, you'd have to find some alternative rendezvous point.
If Granny Nightshade wakes up and I'm not shackled to the table in the kitchen, I better not be in Loomlurch like at all, or I'll be in a lot of trouble. So if I have to jump out the window and run, I will head to the tree where Will is.
Yes.
No.
That's a
With
good
all the
idea.
other kids.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Don't go by Will. Will, you can.
Perhaps the marketplace?
How about this?
But the goblin will
Let's
tell.
do
I mean, okay, so there's the goblin that's dying. I don't know if you met him. It's really sad, but he'll be he'll be dead in less than 30 days. He likes me a lot. He gives me candy sometimes, but he will tell Granny Nightshade if I am out of the Loomlurch proper.
So he's like a knock.
Can he be
I'm
like
glad
paid
he's-
off?
I'm glad he's dying.
Can he what?
Can he be paid off? Like
If there's a way to get the little bug thing out of his head, the little worm,
I
then
don't really
yeah,
have a way to do
for
that.
sure.
We're working on that, but you know,
Why don't we just send her to Will's place?
I
He's
know,
not even
it's-
there.
The thing is,
that's-
especially about it, is it's a curse, and most people can't break curses.
Okay.
wait, when you say the tree that Will's in, do you mean like the fucking treant guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know how to get there?
Well, it moves around, so no, but I have a rough general idea because, you know, kids have escaped to go there and then they've been caught by the toy soldiers and come back. And sometimes the ones that have gone for like a long time, they go out to hunt and stuff, and then the toy soldiers find them and bring them back. And they think they can bargain with information to get out of their servitude with Granny Nightshade, but they can't. So she
All
gets
right.
the information and then, you know, they're
That's a
still
good point,
here.
kid. I mean, Hootsy's there anyway, and we know Will isn't.
Yes.
So
It will be safe.
That would be very convenient.
how about this? How about this? All right,
And Juniper.
chain yourself up in the kitchen.
Exactly right.
If we don't see you there, we're going to assume that you went to the tree. And then
Okay.
if we don't see you in the tree, we'll presume that you're dead.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I mean, I could still be getting there. I am only like 3 feet tall, so I've got little legs. And like,
you'll be dead. You'll
what
probably
happens? No, but like, what happens if I'm still walking through the forest and I haven't gotten there
We
yet?
can't wait there all day. I mean,
But I'm waiting for you in shackles, so.
wait.
all right.
We'll wait.
You're right.
Okay.
We'll wait.
Okay.
Are the knives in the kitchen real sharp?
No, most of them are dull.
It's not gonna be good if we forget you.
Why?
Well, because
Do you want me to cut myself and make a blood oath?
I don't
No,
want
no,
that,
no.
but I think your only option would be to cut your leg off. I mean, it's not gonna be
Why?
easy. If you have a
Oh,
knife.
God, it's
Well,
like
if we
that.
forget her, you know,
How
she's
am I?
shackled
How
in
am I going to cut my leg off if my hands are shackled to the table?
What, they're like shackled at your side, or
No, to the different legs.
Have you ever seen that major image starring that guy, like Dread Pirate Roberts guy? You know what I'm talking about? He used to cut his own leg off.
Oh, yeah. Are there any bone saws in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Use that instead of a knife.
On my leg though?
Yeah.
Yes. You're gonna want to tie
Okay.
it off first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll bleed out.
if you can.
Do you know how to
Yeah.
tie a tourniquet?
Yeah.
No, I never
it's very
have done it.
technical.
Okay.
Oh, you're definitely gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm with Greco on this
But
one.
can
You
I
ain't
ask
making
you a quick question though? Like, but how am I supposed to run if my leg is gone? And also, I'll just still be chained to the table, so I'll just be bleeding out at the table though.
Well, after you cut off the leg, then you can cut off both of your arms. And
And his army crawl all the way there.
Makeshift.
then you can just
crotch,
hop. You just
makeshift
hop.
peg leg. It'll be fine.
Okay. I think that maybe I don't want to do that, so I probably won't.
Let's stick to the plan.
Okay.
We have a good plan.
We have a very good plan.
All right.
So then, what is your plan for once you get into the dollhouse?
we'll speak with Granny Nightshade, and we will convince her to transform us back into our normal selves.
And then we'll kill.
Well, we'll kill Will.
Oh, we'll kill Will. Yes.
Why are we going to kill Will?
That's right. We are gonna keep her alive because sometimes there are fates worse than death. You'll learn that when you get older.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are all adults, so I guess I should trust what you say because what do I know? I'm just a dumb
we
kid.
know better than a dumb old kid like you. So what we'll say is that
Are you mean because you're short like me?
That's exactly right.
All I'm gonna say is I'm a tough guy. That's not everything. It's not everything. I can be a real tough guy. I can hit the gym. I can hit the gym.
Heights a lot though, Greco. Even Torbeck has a wife.
There's some girls who are like on shallow, who are like, on my online dating profile, I'm like a foot taller than
Yes, but when you meet them in real life, they're going to be able to see that you're a liar and short.
Well, for him to meet him in real life, they gotta swipe first.
Yeah.
You tell it like it is, man.
Jeez. You said a lot of fucked up shit.
I'm gonna go find that candy. I'm gonna go find that candy that makes me 6'4".
All
Fuck
right.
you guys.
Just every morning, like Aller Clear.
Let's all remember this is the season finale, so we should probably fucking go.
We're fine.
Here we go.
In an adult house.
You lead, Mr.
I don't need a boost.
Do we need to discuss what we're going to talk to Granny Nightshade about any further? Or Grammy, do you feel you have a handle on things?
Well, I think we'll figure it out. I mean, we don't have the one. I mean, we can't get to the Wana poster that we have, and we can't get to the knife that we have. But if she changes it back, we can prove it.
Oh,
That's true.
No,
That's even more incentive for her to transform.
How do we prove the only
Do you
thing?
at least know what the poster said? If you can tell her what it said, that might be enough.
What did it say, Frost?
I remembered it exactly.
Roll an intelligence check, Frost.
perfectly well.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
the
God.
poster. I remember it
Yes.
like it was yesterday.
Just
It probably was yesterday.
straight
It is
intelligence.
for
But I will say I've lost a lot of fluids and electrolytes shitting myself and then a unicorn pond.
It was a
made
sunny
of glass.
day.
Let's see how this goes.
And then the Carlfish River, and
Not history, just straight intelligence.
then the woods.
You can do history.
Okay.
Good,
I'm not proficient in it. So
Oh.
20.
That's not enough. No, you remember what it says exactly, and you remember that you had two.
Yes, we had two of the posters. So one that was attached to the tree, and the other one that we got also on our journey.
Oh yeah.
It was like I'm there. It's like I'm there. Gus, you tell it exactly how it is, Frosty. Yeah, go on.
Repeat what it said word for word.
Yeah, go on.
Say word for word.
Mine.
Alive or dead, and the swords will not break the skin,
Something on that.
and can resurrect anybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought you wrote this down, Frost.
I didn't. I
You
did
didn't?
not. No,
that was
no,
the whole fucking. We talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about this.
No, we did it.
Like well before the
No.
stream.
Yeah,
no,
like.
No, I wrote down which of the two posters I did, not the words.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Well, this is awkward.
The first one
4 and
said,
5.
"Bring this wisp of a thief to me alive and unharmed, and I'll ensure that no sword can ever break your skin.
Oh, that's right, Frosty. Good job.
No sword.
Deliver
sword.
this rascal alive and unharmed. As payment, I offer you the power to bring the dead back to life."
Oh.
I'm sure that's there's no monkey paws there.
I thought I was just supposed to write down which poster numbers I had, not the
You were. That's
Poster
why
number
I.
4 and poster number 5. That's very relevant to us in universe, Frosty.
The sea scanner. We had poster number 4 all along.
Your fatal weakness. Poster number 4.
This is like a JRPG. You have to get the full set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can transform that into my ultimate limit break by turning them all into the humble shopkeeper in level 1.
Pretty badass.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go into the dollhouse now because this is season finale and all that stuff. So you go train yourself. We will handle all the rest, and we will be back. Don't worry.
And you're just going to go in by yourselves? Like, as yourselves? You don't want to get, like, dressed up or anything?
Oh, is there costumes for toys?
Well, inside of the dollhouse, because, so here's the thing. Granny Nightshade's dollhouse is where she sleeps. Because when she wakes up in the morning, whatever she sees does, like, something negative or something to her. Oh, I remember what it is, which is funny because she forgets. She forgets the first thing she sees when she wakes up in the morning, and she can't see it for the rest of the day. So she transforms things she hates into these little moths, and she puts them right by the windowsill in a glass cage. So when she wakes up in the morning in her dollhouse, she looks at the little thing of moths, and then she forgets that moths are real for the rest of the day.
Oh.
So anyway, what I'm trying to say is inside of the little house, she has it kind of set up like a real home. She loves to sew and make toys, so she has a doll room, she has a sewing room, and she has a fabric room. So you could potentially make little disguises if you wanted to.
Well, I mean, she already saw us in these forms, right?
What if we dress up as moths?
We could try. I mean, we could get dressed up, but I'm not sure what good that's going to do.
Do we even want her to not remember us? Isn't the whole point that she's got to deal with us?
I don't know. I'm not really
I don't know.
that.
I just thought that sometimes, you know,
what we'll do
subterfuge.
is we'll see what costumes there are when we get in there, and we might be able to put on a little bit of a show.
Oh, that's a good point. It'll give
And
us
she'll say,
some...
"Oh, gosh, how I love toys dressed up in a show. I'll deal with you twice as daintifully." That's right.
We are going to have to explain why we were motionless and what we were doing in the room that she initially inspected us in.
Maybe we hadn't been animated yet. Or maybe we should just pretend to be new toys. That's a good point.
Huh?
Then how do we explain where we got the posters once we're transformed back?
What if we dressed up like unicorns? She forgot unicorns real, and then like we steal the unicorn that you want real bad, and she doesn't recognize it's gone for a whole day because she can't remember unicorns are a thing.
Well, but the unicorn's not really a unicorn right now. It's more like a rocking horse, so I don't know if it's like a transitive property of fucking unicorns.
There's a lot of layers.
Does that apply to all horses or horse-like things? Would that apply to like a centaur?
Well, maybe like one of us dresses up like a rocking horse and the other one dresses up like a unicorn, and then just Torbeck looks like Torbeck.
I'm kind of worried about bringing up the unicorn thing at all, because she can't find out that we have the horn. That's the key to all this.
That's true.
Okay.
Well, but if she sees us like a unicorn, she won't even remember that the horn is relevant.
Well, but we wanted to remember us so that we can talk to her, right?
I feel like we are wasting time trying to plan. We have never been good at plans. And
That's
look
true.
how well we did in the Downfall dungeon. We murdered some little guys. We met some freaky lady who brought about the downfall of all the bullywugs and loved killing them. And we made it out of there, okay?
You almost died eating
I
ice cream
almost
in a
died.
freezer.
Twig literally died.
Oh, wasn't there like a satyr with a gigantic penis?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really notice.
What was he doing there?
Yeah.
He flew away. Anyway, let's continue.
We should go into the house, right?
Yeah. Let's go. Either way, we got a plan.
I think you're
subterfuge.
as prepared as you could possibly
Yeah,
be.
costumes and all that.
Okay, get into my hands, friends and tiny little goblin.
Don't drop me.
She picks all of you up and
Probably
she
have some damage.
slowly opens the door and sidles out of it. You are immediately, your nostrils are hit with the smell of damp wood, musk, and rot. This place is clearly decaying. The dollhouse, you can see, or this entire room is dark. The soft sounds of the sow pig sleeping are the only noise that you can hear in this place. And unlike when you walked in, when the dollhouse was completely dark, you now see that there are lights on in every room in this house. Soft, flickering yellow light from within. Mishka slowly makes her way over to the dollhouse and leans down. I just realized I need my notebook. She slowly leans down and looks towards the dollhouse. She knocks a couple of times on the door and leans forward. And she says, Rumpelklump. I love it.
Rumpelklump?
Yeah, she leans forward, Rumpelklump. And she knocks on the door 3 times, and with a soft, the door itself swings outward. There is there's a small porch attached to the front of this, and she slowly places you down on the steps in front of it. All right, well, that's really as far as I can take you.
Okay.
Good luck, I guess, and I will go cut my leg off.
No.
No.
Just shackle
Only if
yourself
you
in the
need to.
kitchen. Only
Okay.
cut off your leg if it's obviously dire.
Last case scenario.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Good luck.
Good
Goodbye,
luck.
little child.
Yeah.
It was nice
Yep.
meeting all of you, and also Greco.
We'll see you
It was
again
nice meeting you
soon.
too.
Yes, we'll see you again, Mishka.
We'll be
Goodbye.
fine. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And
Goodbye.
she slowly
Goodbye.
turns and starts to walk away. You notice that she turns and she looks back at you. Then she turns, walks a little further, turns and looks back at you. Her shoulders slump. She looks down at her hands. I can't believe I'm doing this. And then she walks out of the room and shuts the door softly behind her. You can hear the pattering of her little feet as she makes her way down the stairs. And then you're met with nothing but the sound of the sow pigs' soft inhale and exhale.
We'll never see her again, are we?
Well-
Dramatic hopes we do.
We gotta try at least.
We have to.
I mean, isn't she some kind of like crazy hag amalgamation
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah,
Like,
She's not just some girl.
She's technically not a child, I guess.
I mean, we don't know the fucking nature of it, but I mean, it's dangerous even fucking dealing with her.
Well, she's the only one who's willing to help us, so we gotta try.
No, I know. No, that's
Oh,
fine.
I
I'm not
bet-
saying we won't.
Maybe if we unlock her power, she can become a super witch and kill all the other witches.
That'd be pretty
Oh.
cool.
That'd be
That
very
is pretty cool.
Anyways, let's make our way through the dollhouse quickly. And if there's anybody that we have to fight, let's try to be like, oh, we don't want to fight. We're just toys. Gideon, you
It's just what Frost always says.
Well, I'm saying that
I mean, every time.
we don't have time.
He didn't even want us to kill the snake. And it took like 3 seconds.
It really did go like 3 seconds.
No one could have
One round of it.
estimated that. That was crazy.
There's no estimations in a fight, Torbeck. You just dive in and win.
All right.
Okay. We will continue, and we will not murder the sow pig yet.
That's right.
Okay.
Salpig's gone.
She's
dead.
She's right over there.
No, we're in a
the
dollhouse,
dollhouse,
man.
yeah.
The sow pig's
You were
sleeping
on
in
the
another
veranda
room.
outside of the dollhouse.
Oh.
There are steps that go up, a wraparound porch on the front, and the door itself has swung open. The light is spilling out onto the veranda in front of you, but you are very close to the sow pig. You can smell her her piggy goodness.
Oh!
I was in like another room.
She's right over there! Holy shit, she's right over there!
Okay, let's go. Let's go before she
All
wakes
right,
up.
yeah.
Okay.
Just walk
Scale into the
This
house.
place is nice.
Into the foyer.
I'll go on
Property
last,
values
and
are around here.
I will close the door very
Property
quietly.
taxes must be
You-
crazy.
You close the door behind you, and upon entering, you're met with a large Victorian-style dollhouse in front of you. The wallpaper is peeling and faded. The wooden floorboards creak beneath your feet. They are swollen with moisture. You can see mold growing between the planks of wood. The places where there would be paint have all begun to chip and fade away. The bits of metal pieces, the metal chandelier, the sconces on the walls that house tiny flickering lightning bugs have all begun to rust, and you can see trails of rust down from the sconces on the walls where just years of dilapidation have begun to eat away at this place. And yet, the smell that you are met with is one of freshly baked goods and foods. You can smell roasted meats and what is very clearly buttery, garlicky potatoes. You smell the faint sense of cookies and cakes and pies all wafting from the opposite end of the house. What you're looking at now is this large entry room with one side you see a stairwell that makes its way straight up. Off to your side you see a parlor, inside plush yet rotting chairs, and yet still in front of them is what is clearly a tea service, and you can see the smoke wafting up from the tea kettle as if it had just been freshly brewed and placed there mere moments before you made your way in. All of the rest of the smells are coming down the hallway in front of you. You hear no sounds. You listen and wait. You hear no sounds above. You hear no sounds below or in any of these rooms. But the smell is overwhelming.
Is this house like to our scale, Hereditary style, or is it like okay?
I think it might be a metaphor.
What?
A metaphor, as in we are all just dolls.
Whore?
Yes.
He means metaphor.
Oh,
Is that how it said?
Yes.
PH is a pho.
Yeah, PH is fuck.
Pho.
Fuck?
Yeah.
Pho.
Well, I don't think that's right. But anyway, I think that it's a metaphor about how we are just dolls with granny nightshades and machinations.
So does she shrink herself down and live in this thing?
Probably,
I guess.
she's a little freak.
Oh yeah, clearly.
She's a little fucking freak. She's a little fuck. She's got a lot of issues.
If she awakens, or if she's asleep and she awakens, we have to make sure that we're not the first thing that she sees. That could cause complications.
Or maybe if she sees like one of us, that's okay. As long as the rest of us she can see and process.
That would make one of us totally invisible, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That could be useful.
That means that one of us wouldn't be able to be transformed back.
Oh, no, you're right.
No,
Bad idea.
Yeah,
No.
terrible idea.
Yeah, jeez, Frost, what the fuck?
Well, but if it were Gideon, then he would have his train power.
Torbeck thinks that's
pretty
actually not a bad idea.
What do you mean?
Why?
She's looking for Torbeck.
Is she?
Yeah, she is. That's a good...
That's right.
Wow, brilliant fucking idea.
She's gonna milk you till the cows come home.
So if you're the first thing she sees...
Yeah, she's.
I know you.
She's gonna chain you up and milk it till you can't take it no more.
Conflict.
And then she's gonna come for the Witchlight.
As Torbeck is, it would mean that Torbeck might not be able to help. But Torbeck wouldn't be kidnapped forever.
I think you're right. I think you need to stay as a dirty, gross plaything.
Well, what if we just
You don't have to say it like that.
Oh, well, suddenly, Gricko, you're less than average goblin height, even though statistically speaking, I'm actually quite average range of male goblins.
You're projecting a lot right now, Gricko. We all need you to focus.
Yeah, listen to fucking Torbeck. He should be leading us.
Torbeck could never.
I'm just saying, what goes around comes around.
All right, we got to keep our voices down.
Oh.
Somebody's baking something. But let's proceed
Yeah.
Let's
to
sneak
the
into
first
kitchen.
room.
Yes, the first room.
We go to the
Someone's
first
in the
room.
kitchen.
We go to the
Donna.
first room.
The parlor that you see off to the side with the tea.
Yes, the tea service.
We go to the parlor.
You immediately turn to the right. These large pocket doors are open. You see how they slide into the walls on either side. There is a beautiful dusty and molding stained glass window above the door that very clearly shows what appears to be a bubbling cauldron and curling blue roses. You step through into the parlor and you see that this room is very clearly used for entertaining. You can see that the seats here are worn and fading in their color, but at their height they would have been brilliant blues and purples. There is, towards the very back, you see that there are another set of pocket doors that lead clearly into a dining room, and it is immediate to you that this is where most of the smells are coming from. A large oaken table that is chipping and peeling is laden with pounds and pounds of fresh food. You see large roasted meat, huge, large tubs of sides, roasted vegetables, potatoes of all kinds, eggs. There are goblets filled with drink. It seems like anything you could possibly imagine is laid out here on the table. All of it looks as if it had freshly been placed here, but all untouched.
Well, I have expected Granny to be here making this delicious feast. We shouldn't touch it. We should leave it alone.
How do you half expect something?
Well, you expect half of all of your expectations is the thing that you expect, and then there are other expectations.
I'll look at the food. If I can just like inspect it, see if it's real or if it's like Barbie style, like fake.
You make your way out of the parlor and into the dining room. The floorboard's creaking with every step, and yet it feels as if that sound does not leave the area that you're in. And as you listen, and the rest of you would notice this, as Cremy walks through the parlor, you hear the creaking of his feet, but the moment he steps into the kitchen, or into the dining room, that sound ceases to reach your ears. However, Cremy, you hear your feet creaking on the floorboards as you walk. You make your way to the dining room table and you reach out to a large stuffed turkey. The steam rising off of it as it as you breathe in the scent of it, and you reach down and take a handful of stuffing from the inside, and it feels moist in your hand and warm. It's clearly not a prop like you had been expecting.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Hey, fellas, this food is real. And it's still like piping hot.
Who is she setting a place for dinner?
Maybe she knew we were coming, man.
But we're told we can't eat, can we?
I want to stick a claw into the turkey and like rip off a piece of meat and feel if it like reacts like a turkey would.
You sink your finger in and it is juicy. You can you feel the crispy skin against your nail as your finger breaks through the skin and into the flesh.
Oh, man.
It pulls away and it is soft and only slightly pinkish, but a smoked pink, almost as if this had been cooked in some sort of smoker or some sort of open oven. It's moist and beautiful, and it is very clearly turkey.
I'm not a roast turkey guy, but hot damn! Oh! I put it back.
Don't eat it.
But then all sort of absent-mindedly, like sort of just kind of lick my fingers as I continue to
You don't even
the table.
think about it as you lick your fingers. The salty gaminess of the turkey is delicious. You taste a little bit of mesquite, and you realize that were you to take an actual bite of this turkey, it would be probably one of the best turkeys you've ever eaten. Definitely not one that someone had put in the oven for like 6 hours on a certain day of the year and let it completely dry out, because turkeys can't cook in an oven properly because of how dense they are.
That's
and
right,
how the way the meat is distributed, and that you have to stuff it full of really wet breadcrumbs to just try and infuse some more moisture into it, but it still doesn't really work. It's not like that at all.
But smoking and grilling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Even in your toy form, I can see you eyeing that turkey, Cremy.
I am, fellas.
Control yourself. We don't know who prepared this or for whom.
Are you in the room with him?
I assume we all went to the parlor.
Well, that's... Sorry, continue.
The only person that said they were going into that room was Crummy.
Oh, my apologies. Oh. I guess I'm in the parlor.
Well, but I mean, there's an opening, right?
Yes. So,
you can say that when I
in,
hear him
in,
say
Vic-
that.
in Victorian houses, what they use a lot are what are called pocket doors. So they close like this, but they slide into the walls. So that way you have more space. And so the pocket doors are open. You can see directly into this room. There's a huge opening there. He didn't close it behind him, but did you actually look it up?
I had to look it up.
Very cool.
And
I didn't know.
pocket doors are so cool. I wish they would come back into fashion. They're amazing. It allows you to have closed rooms when you need them, but also to have an open layout when you have guests, which is brilliant. Thank you, the Victorians. You say that you call this out to Crummy. You're only, 4 or 5 feet from him, and the rest of you hear it. But Crummy, you hear nothing. You smell the turkey, and you look down and you see these. You see a piping hot ceramic bowl filled with mashed potatoes. The soft yellowy tint to them shows the butter that went into this. They are sprinkled with finely cut chives and lightly salted and peppered. And there's a huge glimmering spoon next to them, a wooden spoon. Yes.
Does that mean we haven't heard anything that he said?
No.
Are those...
What you can see is Crummy looking over this table. You see him reach down and pry part of the turkey. You watch as he sniffs it, but he doesn't eat it and puts it back down. But you're staring at his back. You don't see that his lips are moving.
Are those pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes?
Oh, hi guys.
Yeah.
Being in here reminds me of that time we pulled a whole house out of Mr. Crummy's ass.
Oh, yeah!
That was good times.
I don't know how he fit it in there. Yeah, you were toys then, too.
What a wonderful, mysterious place this is.
It really is.
Do I look over and see you, actually, pulling the...
I'm staying on my diet by sniffing it but not eating it kind of thing.
Crummy, make sure that you don't eat that.
Oh,
Crummy, how does it look in there?
oh man.
Crummy.
Oh.
Mr. Crammy.
Crummy!
Fellas, come on.
Mr. Crammy.
Crummy, is it good?
Crummy.
I turn back. Do I see them looking at
Yeah,
me?
you see them looking at you. You say, fellas, come on.
What
As
the fuck?
they had just called Crummy, you all just stare at each other for a minute.
And they see my mouth move, but no sound is coming through.
No sound.
What the fuck?
Oh, this is crazy. And I walk through into the kitchen.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mr. Crammy? You couldn't hear us?
And now we can't hear Torbeck.
All of you, as Torbeck's walking in, you hear, what the heck? And then silence as you hear, "L is going on, Crummy."
Whoa, what in the fuck?
Oh.
Rooms are
thank
soundproof.
goodness. This is perfect.
I'm going to turn. Hey, guys, come on in.
Can you hear us?
No.
It's good at reading lips, though.
Oh! Okay, let's all get in this. Make sure we're in the same room.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, we go to the kitchen. Oh, it smells even better in here.
Oh!
Hey, this is crazy. We couldn't hear each other through the room.
That's actually good, which means we can be as loud as we want.
That's right.
Scabify.
This is fantastic news.
Hear us.
Exactly right. I was about to make that point.
Because her dumb old ass is probably sleeping.
What I was trying to say to you guys is that this is real food.
Oh.
And who made it knows how to cook.
It's
I
not
mean,
like,
look at this.
It's not
Oh, it
doll
smells
food.
so good.
No, it smells
Can we
so
eat?
fucking good. No.
No.
Did you eat it? What are you eating?
Oh.
That looks like mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
probably mashed potatoes.
You stick your hand into the mashed potatoes,
I'm holding
and they are the exact consistency of whatever kind of mashed potatoes you would like to eat. They're slightly lumpy, but very well mashed, clearly mixed with cream and butter. And you shovel it into your mouth, and they're the best mashed potatoes you've ever had.
Oh.
That's probably fine. Torbeck had like 47 cookies at the other hut, and he turned out okay.
It's true.
Oh,
We eat
it's
all the
so
food.
good. It's not as good as Uncle Globo's jacket potatoes with the beans and the tuna, but
Are we not trying to
good.
parlay with Granny? I need to make a good impression. Just showing up and eating all of her food. I once heard a fairy tale about a young lady who did that, and she was torn apart.
It is a little rude.
Oh, I mean, Tilly, she put the whole spread out for us. We're gonna let it go to waste.
We don't know that.
Turkeys aren't this size. I mean, there's got to be some kind of hag trick going on.
To be fair, Frosty, before we move on, if it's the same fairy tale I'm thinking of, she breaks into someone's house and is like, this bed kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah.
She was a bitch. She deserved to be torn apart like this.
Yeah, that was how it went.
Yeah.
We don't want to be the bitches.
It took me a minute to realize you were doing Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I thought you were gonna describe a porn with the I'm here with the pizza. You want some sausage?
And she touching her spaghetti.
Yeah.
She touching her spaghetti.
How about this? Gideon will refrain from eating the food, and Tormek will try to also eat the food. And if Tormek and Gricko die, we'll know that it's either the food is unsafe or it only kills goblinoids.
Well, maybe it's just the mashed potatoes.
I'm in. This is a good plan.
You begin shoveling food into your mouth, and it is delicious. Everything that you try is perfectly cooked.
Oh, this is terrible, Gideon. You're missing nothing.
Grammy, do you think you could make some mashed potatoes to replace what they're eating, or perhaps we can promise it when you were transformed back? And
if I had potatoes, I could make mashed potatoes, but I don't have any fucking potatoes, and we're the size of dolls. I made a bone. I don't have my fucking apron. I don't have my stuff, and they may die, frankly.
Well, let's hope so.
Sounds like someone's jealous that they don't have a delicious slice of pumpkin pie.
You can. There is.
Do you say pumpkin pie?
There's an entire table against the wall that is laden with pastries and baked goods. Kremi, you actually noticed something that you had not expected to see here. There is an entire tiered. I almost said cake. There's a tiered display tray that is piled high with sugar-dusted beignets.
What in the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. Oh my god. I feel like this is some kind of trick. Let's just give it a second.
Tormek feels like we taste tested everything.
They're gonna explode any minute.
Tormek. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, Gricko, we really saved the party.
We really saved the day by taste testing.
Goblin Bros.
Goblin Bros. You know we do what must be done.
That's right.
We do what must be done.
We did this for you guys, not for us.
Yeah, I don't know how a wooden toy can eat so much deliciousness. I'm not gonna question it. This is fucking.
You're splintering.
I'm busting at the seams. I got a lack on myself.
Well, you know what? What if I just cut myself a slice of pumpkin pie for later? What do you think? Just in case it's okay. So I'm just holding a plate with a piece of pumpkin pie on it.
You are.
Okay. Certainly add to more data. Either it means the food is bad or it kills alligator people and goblinoids.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh my
god! Torment guesses we can add Genasi to the list too.
Man, you just ate a whole Fred Flintstone rib, Gideon.
I hope you're happy.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Oh, it's so good.
Your attention is drawn to what is very clearly 6 or 7 complete racks of ribs. You hadn't noticed them before, but there they are, clear as can be, next to an entire container of pulled pork. Next to that, you see some brisket, and it's not even your regular brisket. It is fatty brisket, and it smells incredible.
Oh, Torbek, is that
Yeah.
an ice box that I see perfectly stacked for a hilarious Dagwood sandwich?
I think it might be.
Oh, thank God I did so much time at the child casino. I'm going to shuffle that into a giant comical sandwich. Held together by one toothpick.
Make Torbeck 1 too, please.
Okay.
That food is cursed. I'm gonna say I told you so.
We're already hideous toys.
Whoa, here's your hilarious
we're
wobbly
cursed
sandwich.
I will continue to have restraint.
I would like you to roll a perception check for me, Crummy.
Oh, gosh, I can't believe. Oh, Gideon, would you like a hilarious Dagwood sandwich?
Yeah, make mine a double though.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna twist it.
here you go.
Much better.
Oh, I guess this will hit the spot.
What did you say? 18.
Just condense that sandwich down to a dark side.
Hospital, please.
You hear sirens in the background, and Fixie appears out of nowhere. You are saying that this is cursed as you look down at this piece of pie and you think to yourself, I mean, it's just one slice. She won't even know it's missing as you glance at the rest of the pie and realize that it's a full pie. Where that slice had been that you took is gone. Or it's not missing. I mean, the slice is still on your plate,
It's
but
multiplied.
the pie is perfectly intact.
Multiplying.
You then begin to start
wasn't that good.
begin to start looking at all of the containers that your companions have consumed from. You look at the mashed potatoes. Gricko had just licked that bowl clean. But now that he's moved on to his Dagwood sandwich, you see that bowl of mashed potatoes is completely pillowy full. And that there is no hint whatsoever that Gricko had consumed anything.
Turkey. I prefer turlock.
That's all right. That's all right.
That was awful. That was awful, and I hate it. Yeah. Wait. This is some kind of cursed food.
What do you mean, Mr. Grammy?
Look, that pie's whole. That bowl of mashed potatoes hasn't been touched. The turkey, still fucking sitting there.
Curse, that's a blessing!
Heck yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Too blessed to be stressed. Do you see the hilariously tall sandwiches that we just ate? It was delicious.
They were so good!
Oh, gosh.
Is it possible that this room is enchanted to perpetually provide the most delicious foods endlessly for all time? As if it had been just perfectly cooked?
I mean, it's possible, I guess.
And that would be quite a room.
Yes, it would.
We never have to leave.
No, we gotta fucking leave. I'm not convinced. All right? I'm taking this pie with me. The whole fucking thing.
Okay.
And I'll wait.
We'll go into the next room and see if the pie doesn't disappear.
Yes, attempt to remove the pie from the room.
Okay.
We proceed.
I will walk to the next room
I'm gonna
holding the
follow
pumpkin pie.
Ooh, a bowl of nuts. Time for me to go. Some trail mix.
You moving further into the house or back out into the hallway where the stairwell is?
Further in the
Further
house.
into the house.
Yeah.
You do make your way into the hallway, but you head, instead of back towards the front door, you head towards the end of the house. There's only one more room left here. It is not exposed to you through a pocket door like the other ones are. This room is clearly not meant for entertaining, but to assist the entertaining. And as you make your way towards the back of the house, you see that there is a door that leads out to the room proper, with three little steps that lead to the side table that this dollhouse is resting upon. But the door inside leads to what is very clearly a doll-sized kitchen. And inside there's everything that you could possibly imagine to cook with. And you realize at the moment you think of something, you're thinking about gumbo. And as you look at the counter, you begin to see andouille sausage. You see chicken. You
What the
see
fuck?
spices. You see the Holy Trinity. You see...
I think of mashed potatoes.
You immediately look to the side. It's almost as if you realize where they should be, and you see these burlap sacks of spuds
Oh.
just piled up against the wall.
Oh my god.
What's wrong?
This is a dream house. Look, I just think of it and the fucking ingredients appear.
Well, Grammy, you gotta whip something up, man. You can't leave all this on the table.
I immediately think as hard as I can about licorice.
Actual licorice?
Well, what Torvik believes to be licorice.
You are looking at the potatoes, and all of a sudden you see a bunch of tubes, these plastic tubes, black plastic tubes start appearing in the corner.
Whoa! It works!
Wait, don't touch it, don't touch it. No. Wait, hold on. I'll think of actual licorice.
And you see on the countertop this small little silk bag tied with a little ribbon, and you open it, and inside you see that it's filled with soft pieces of licorice.
Torvik,
Yes, Frost?
this is what licorice is.
What? No!
Here,
Let me try one. That tastes like shit. Give me some of that.
I rip off some tubing.
Oh, it's a little bit of. It's got some spit on it. Hold on. Oh, much better.
I just rub a hose.
No, Torvik's pretty sure that this is the real
here.
licorice.
Do you want to try this even if it isn't licorice?
It doesn't look great, and Gregor doesn't sound very pleased about it.
It's very spicy,
Isn't it lovely?
and it's incredibly chewy.
Herbaceous.
It's flavored with
A
anise.
little spicy.
It sucks!
Layer.
Torvik grabs more tubing.
Oh. I'll look over to a shelf. Beans. No. Discipline of the mind.
Frosty, you're always thinking about those beans.
The point is, Mr. Crummy's right.
Oh, hold on. Goblin surf and turf, just like Uncle Globo used to make.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
I think about Goblin surf and turf.
And all of the ingredients, this isn't like the other room where the full sandwich may appear if you thought about it in the dining room, but you do see all the ingredients. You see a hoagie roll appear. You see, what was in it? Tuna?
Cans of tuna.
Cans of tuna. Well,
And ground beef for meatballs.
and ground beef for meatballs. All the seasonings, they all just seem to be laid out on one of the cutting tops.
Well, I mean...
And you even see that right next to it is a little step stool so that you can reach up to the top and make the goblin surf and turf if
Fellas,
you'd like.
you have not had an Uncle Globo's Goblin surf and turf. Allow me to whip something up for y'all.
Torvik doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you
Do you have time for
that?
that?
Fine!
I would like to explore and see if the other amenities of this house are similarly dreamlike. Perhaps that is a quality of this dollhouse. I'm
Will could be done with
intrigued.
his plan at any fucking moment. Fine.
If there's
I don't have
time,
time to make a whole goddamn Sunday dinner. I mean, what the fuck?
if there's time, we'll whip up some classic Uncle Globo style Goblin surf and turf.
So are we moving on?
We're moving on.
All right, 1 minute.
I still haven't
Torvik
touched
is
it.
ready.
I think I'm the only one who hasn't eaten anything. You know, you took
I
a slice
haven't-
of pie, but you haven't.
I haven't eaten them. Does it maintain through
Yep.
the house? Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
I sold the pie.
I'll take a couple cans of tuna for the road. For good old potatoes and beans.
They're more like jars of tuna.
Oh.
I mean, you imagine cans would be a little hard to muster.
Goodbye, Tuna Can Road.
Why?
It's like it's
got a
almost
collection in
it's
the
like
picture of
it's like
Gorba's
gefilte fish, where it's like just this murky, oily liquid and the tuna floating in
Oh,
it.
the idiots strain it. The juice is the good part. Well, I have a beverage for the road. Let's go, lads.
Oh my god!
That disgusts even Torvik.
When you're not looking, I take some of the rubber hosing and I like try to like.
Oh,
Whoa!
a little bit.
Well,
We move on.
you ruined
I
everything.
hate you guys.
Let's proceed.
Yeah.
You make your way back out into the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
These smells of all of the food still overwhelming, but some of you feel full. You've just had the best meal that you've had in the longest time. As you make your way towards the stairwell, and I'm assuming begin to make your way upstairs,
We do.
the sounds of the stairwell creaking beneath your feet is much louder than you'd expected, and it echoes throughout the hallway. As you get further and further up the stairwell, you find that the second floor of this place is very similar to the first. The same peeling wallpaper, the same rusty wall sconces. You do see that up here there are paintings that are framed and mounted on the walls, and that the varnish on them has yellowed and browned, and that the images, you can see parts where the paint is flaking away and the frames have begun to swell and sag on the walls. But all in all, it looks... What is this song?
I was going to say, it sounds like Voices of the Temple from Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Donkey Kong Country temple level. I'm kind of vibing.
I mean, it's fine. We'll keep it. It's part of a it has nothing to do with goblin temples, but it's fine. So you find yourselves in a hallway. The layout of this floor is similar to the first. There are 3 rooms running all along the side, and the hallway stretches along the length of them. However, you don't see any pocket doors. This floor is clearly a place where privacy is wanted, and so it's not a floor that's meant for entertaining. As you spill out into the hallway, you are looking at a wall. You can make left or right. You see that there are 2 small doors that lead into rooms, but the view of the middle room, the one that you're facing, you see no door that enters into that room.
Oh.
We have to make a choice.
Well, why don't we just go right?
I was going to suggest left.
Oh, here we go.
Classic Frost. Okay.
Well, Frosty's a small... Oh, well,
Kid, call it.
Whatever one of the options is. What are the
Oh,
options?
nice, you got it!
Oh!
Okay, we go right.
We go right.
Yeah.
All right.
He called it. It's only
He called it. He got it
Man,
right.
don't be a sore loser.
Yeah, don't be a sore loser, Frosty. He called it.
I blind all of you for 1 minute.
Whichever one of the options. Can't argue with that.
True horse.
He got it first try.
Minor illusion.
It's a horse. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
As this happens around you, Frost, you shake your head at the idiocy of this and look down towards the left. You see at the very end, there is a door open in the hallway, and there's a small, what is very clearly a washroom, a bathroom of sorts, right next to whatever room that is. But you relinquish yourself to the decision of the group, and you turn towards the right. You walk down this hallway past paintings of idyllic glades and beautifully dressed women swinging from trees in a forest on a soft wooden swings. It's all very pastoral and beautiful.
Are the paintings still, or are they Harry Potter?
They're still.
Okay.
All the while, the beauty of them, what you would imagine at their prime would have been pastel colors and vibrant greens, are all covered over with a thick layer of aging varnish.
Oh.
And you continue down this creaking hallway, illuminated in the soft lights of these lightning bugs that are trapped within these wall sconces. And you find yourselves at what is very clearly, or in most cases would have been a bedroom door. But this room was not used for a bedroom. As the door itself slides open, you see a rusting old iron sewing machine up against the wall, fitted into a large table. There are spools of thread this way and that. You see mannequins all over the mannequins. I just really wanted to say mannequin. Rich's house, or Rich's head looks like it's going to explode. You see mannequins lining the wall. 3 to be exact, all in varying sizes. You see fabric thrown here and there, different rulers and shears and things of that nature. This is a very haphazard space. Unlike the room downstairs, all of them that looked like they had been freshly used, this looks like it hasn't been used in ages. It's covered in cobwebs and dust. And yet all the while, there's something about it that feels lived in, something about it that feels more used than the room downstairs. The seat looks and feels more worn. The sewing machine is rusting, but you can see the markings on it where it's clearly been spinning. There's a fresh shining needle in it that catches the light. And then you notice that this is where the door to that middle room is. It is ajar, and you can see that it is a room that's filled with nothing but piles and piles of fabric. There are shelves and shelves lined with bolts and yardage of fabric, varying types, laces, cottons, linens, silks. And all of them, even though the shelves that they're on are dilapidated and worn, all the fabrics seem to be in pristine condition.
So that I can resynthesize this, we've walked into the sewing room.
Yeah.
It's cobwebbed. There's a adjacent door where we can see from this room.
Yeah, so when you came up the stairs,
into the center.
Yeah, so you came up the stairs. You had a left or right. There's a room here, and then you were facing what was clearly the wall to a room, but there you saw no door to it. When you went into this room, you saw the sewing room, and then clearly a door connects the two, and that room was.
And that room is filled with beautiful fabrics, but not like a bedroom or anything. Where is the Peruvian
It's about the
flute
size
band?
of a bedroom. I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, the music is giving me big Peruvian flute band energy right now, and so I'm just thinking. There's
a llama eating fabric in the corner.
Oh, that's so sick.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's so cool.
My pie's now ceviche. What in the fuck?
Do we remember what we had to steal? Do we ever figure that out?
I mean, we assumed the key, but
Wait,
that might just kill her.
And then we had to steal.
I feel like it's part of our body.
Yeah, we're not sure, but kind of like the thread. I think we'll know when we see it. We saw the thread, and it was like, oh, Torbeck's got to steal that, and so we did.
What about the gleaming needle on this here sewing machine?
Let's take a look. Let's case the joint. Let's basically look, because that's what we did at Bavlona's. We went and we robbed her. So we need to see if there's similar things we can steal in every room.
Yeah, we also had to beat someone within an inch of their life before we stole it.
Yeah, that's pretty true. And then we chucked those plant people outside of the window. We never figured out what happened to them.
Yeah, who can say?
Gideon did a really good job. You threw that very
Sometimes
far.
you gotta throw somebody out a window.
Yeah.
I agree. We should inspect the room and see if we can find anything that calls to us in the same way that the spool did. After that, I have a stupid idea, and I'd like to try it.
Okay.
Are there any costumes already assembled?
You imagine you would have to go into the fabric room. Like you're that's just the cursory glance that you have. You haven't gone in there.
We haven't proceeded. Into
I'll check out the fabric room.
Take a look at this sewing machine.
Yeah, take a
man.
look.
Yeah, see what makes it tick.
The sewing machine. You sit down at the sewing machine. This is clearly, this is a sewing machine unlike any that you've seen before. But you
knows how to sew.
You are an engineer.
Seamstress.
I took part 1 home ec. I know how to sew.
Yeah.
With
Where
your
else are we
hands.
going to get tents?
And,
All those tents. That was easy.
Yeah.
and curtains
Yeah. We had curtains.
Hey, Gear,
for the
remember
stage.
that?
I was out there sewing tents left and right.
Yeah.
Big top, little top, all of them.
All the time.
All the
Sans
times.
Undertale came.
I would come up to you and say, "Doesn't that work look intense?" And you'd be like, "Fuck off." Yeah, you got me.
The good old days. Oh, man. Yeah.
Remember that time that Curly drank himself to death on wood thinner?
Yeah.
On wood
yeah.
paint?
It was
Oh,
paint thinner.
man.
Paint thinner.
That's
Yeah.
really sad.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't. Remember, we found his body weeks later in the haunted house?
Yeah.
Part of the reason Torbeck drinks so heavily is to forget instances like that.
I think he thought Chuckles was fucking his wife. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And his wife was imaginary.
It's a horrible, sad affair.
It was a very bizarre experience.
That was that day that we were preparing for the inspectors, right?
Yeah. Colin.
Yeah.
That's when Colin was there.
Oh, Colin, that's right, not Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds. I thought it was Reynolds,
Yeah.
but you've shamed me into remembering it.
Happier
right.
times.
Happier times for sure.
Did anyone ever have any fun at that carnival? Or...
Yeah,
We made some money. You know,
Yeah,
that's
we
pretty
made-
we
fun.
had fun.
No, we lost it all. We lost all of it.
I just meant patrons.
No.
No.
Well, who cares about them?
Yeah.
Once you get their dollars,
Oh, this guy.
I mean, what the hell? You
Yeah.
know?
I'm not,
I can't believe that there was a clown at the carnival that Gideon accidentally manslaughter. Anyway, let's take a look at that.
And it cuts immediately to that time that you had asked Gideon to go in and get you the paint thinner, but he saw the alcohol and he swapped the bottles and brought the alcohol. And then you see Curly walking in and looking for the alcohol and grabbing a bottle of paint thinner and making his way towards the haunted house. It cuts back to current day. You sit down at the sewing machine and you look for a mechanism to turn this thing on, and you look for a crank, you find none, and then you look down at your feet and you see that there's a pedal. This is a treadle sewing machine. You put your feet on it and you have to rock them back and forth in motion to get the wheel to start spinning. There is a leather cord that wraps around the wheel at the top, and slowly you hear the of the sewing machine as it softly begins to move. Considering the amount of rust on this thing, it is shocking to you how smooth the movement is on this. But you are able to get into a rhythm, and it almost reminds you of the wheels of a train, the sound that it makes as it begins to spin. All the while, that needle is shining in the light, pristine.
Oh.
Well, this is bringing back memories, both good and bad.
Well, it's working.
Yeah, I mean, it's working. You know. What is it? I mean, the needle's like gleaming in the light. I get any kind of sense of, is it like movable? Is it?
Yeah, you imagine you could remove it. There's a small knob to the side that you would have to turn it. You play with it a little bit. It's clearly sticks, but with a bit of strength, you're able to twist the little screw, and as it unscrews, you can tell that the end of the screw was putting pressure on the needle and holding it in place. And as the screw starts to screw out, the needle drops down into the machine, but the top part of it is still exposed. You're able to pick it up and pull it out.
Oh.
Gideon, we need to steal that.
Is that relevant?
It looks silver, just like the thread.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, this ain't just any old regular needle. I mean, this is a sewing treble needle.
Trouble you.
A treble needle? Oh,
Treble needle, exactly right.
oh
That
my
sounds
God.
special.
I know a
really
thing or two
does.
about sewing, and this is a prime needle.
I just figured it out. Is that I bet each of them has a silver thing. And in the stories that I would tell, as part of one of the requirements, the core requirements was a lit class in Goblin College. And we learned that basically there would be a thread and a needle, and I'll bet there's scissors that Endelin has to represent like weaving fate and cutting them in time.
Wow.
And so I bet we gotta steal the needle, the thread, and the scissors.
Wait, she represents the past.
Who?
Wait,
Scabbard.
Scabatha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we know that Andolin represents the future, right?
And that's when you die. So there's
So
scissors.
you need to... The needle goes first, then there's the thread, the present, and then you...
Oh, Mr. Krabby, that's brilliant.
And that's why they call it a present, because every day is a gift.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that's what I tell Hoopsie.
That's very sweet.
I don't know, maybe something else though. Maybe it's the
No,
key.
I mean, I think that
Or maybe
sounds
like a lock
perfectly
of her hair
reasonable.
or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'd be really gross. I think we gotta steal the needle and give it to the King of Hearts.
Hey, Frost, what do you see?
Oh.
Do I
You hear nothing.
Yeah.
Oh.
As you step into the other room.
I haven't heard any of this conversation.
You walk out of the room and you stop hearing the footfalls of your friends, and you are just in a room filled with fabric. The smell of the fabric, it's almost like being in a library and smelling dusty old tomes. There's a comfort to the feeling of fresh fiber, and you begin to look around. You see that there are shelves after shelves after shelves. This is a large-sized bedroom, is filled with, at first, what appears to be nothing but fabric, and then you notice that there is a large armoire against the right wall, flanked on either side by yet more shelves of fabric. And as you open it, you see that there are racks of what appear to be costumes. And as you pull on them, you realize this rack moves and it starts to move out. And there are far more costumes as you begin to pull these them out. They're like spinning almost on a track. And you realize that there are far more in here than should be able to fit. You reach in to try and feel the back of the armoire, but you're never able to feel the back. It's almost as if it never ends.
Narnia?
You look at one of the doors and you see that etched into the door is clearly the maker's signature, Narnia carpentry.
Oh, wow. Narnia carpentry. That's an expensive armoire. I will look
Amish
through
made.
the various different fabrics and through the outfits and see if anything jumps out at me.
Sure, roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of outfits.
Guys, I found an armoire, although I think there should have been a my fucking leg war.
Shut the fuck up!
Very funny. Give me some 96 action.
Oh wow, 96.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Guys, look what I found.
Oh my god! Who needs the Feywild? Let's go!
You spin this around, and what catches your attention is a costume that it's clearly fabric, but when you move it, it looks almost mechanical. And it catches, this is actually a really good one for you. It catches your attention because you've used something like this before. These colorful cubes where they have a different color on each side, but they're all switched around randomly, and you have to use your mind to figure out exactly which way to turn each of the cubes until you get all of the colors on the same side.
Common training exercise.
It's a common training exercise when you were going through your tutelage, and this is a frost-sized one of these, and it even sort of works. You could put this outfit on your body and move. They're almost like quilted squares that you can move around until you Rubik's Cube them into place.
I don't have my psionic abilities in this form, but I will take the time to quickly look at all the faces of the costume and see if I can get the faces to match.
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh!
Natural
25.
20.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
It's easy. You play around with this and you get it exactly the way you want it to. You even get the color on the side that you want it to be.
Yep. Nothing happens when I unlock the faces of the costume.
No, just very clearly a costume.
Remarkable creativity. It must have been extremely challenging to produce a costume like this. This isn't what we're looking for, I'm sure, but that's cool. I will continue. I'll glance back and see if everything's on fire or if it's fine.
Everything seems to be fine.
I'd be coming through maybe at this point.
Yeah, you see Gideon still sitting at the sewing machine. He's holding up the needle in the light. You can see how the light refracts off of the metal, and he seems very pleased with himself as Kremi walks through the door. And as he steps foot into the room, you hear the creaking of his footfalls.
No, Kremi.
What'd you find?
I don't believe there's anything of particular importance in here. There's an endless armoire of outfits and different
outfits.
Exactly right.
And costumes?
And there's all of these varieties of fabric that could be used to make additional costumes.
Get out of my fucking way. I go to the armoire and I rummage in and I pull something out.
Roll a D100 for me.
49.
Kremi, I think they should call it a my fucking leg war.
I like just stop. You see my back, like, and then I continue to
You pull out a tea-stained linen costume, and it looks like it's a rolled up piece of parchment at first, wrapped around your, like you look at it, it looks like a rolled up piece of parchment around your body. And as you pull it open, you realize that it is in fact supposed to look like a rolled up piece of parchment. But as you unfurl it, you see that on it, painted on the fabric itself with embroidery to help get the image across, is a child's drawing of an Oni. And as you look at it, you look at the blue beard, you look at the horns and the teeth, and you realize that this is very clearly the child's drawing of what Will of the Feywild would have looked like in his Oni form.
What the fuck? I mean, this seems like fucking divine providence. What do you think?
Wow, is it another one of these posters?
Is it a dress?
It's like it kind of looks like a sack, but it's got pieces of linen that when pulled out, you just look like a sheet of paper with a drawing on it, but it curls around you as if it's a rolled up piece of parchment.
I don't know if this would help or hurt our cause, having this on us.
I feel like any disturbance to the space that we're in is an invasion of privacy. I was hoping to find Granny Nightshade right away so we could parlay.
Well, I'm gonna rummage through her stuff and steal one of her clothes.
Oh.
I walk past Grandma.
Mm-hmm, you do. You a step stool appears for you, and you climb up and begin.
Your steps too.
Got him. That's a pretty tall arm.
I don't mean I
mean, my fucking
need it.
legs
I
are.
mean, I feel like it's just very. I'm very arm wide.
I'll use it because it's here, but I don't need it.
Arm wide.
I'm certainly not using it because you told me to.
Yeah, I'm not.
I want
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it'll help me, they decided to make it unusually tall for tall freaks of nature around here.
Roll a d100 for me as you climb up the step stool and begin to rummage through the costumes.
I'm gonna use my amazing Sarnax dice that Milo gifted me. Thank you,
so
Milo. 50
50.
on the nose.
Wow. One more than what I had.
If it's the same, I'll re-roll.
No, it's not the same.
Oh,
No, you had 49.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes they group stuff together.
Yeah,
so they
Oh
don't
no,
have-
there are individual
Balance
ones
to
for
the
each one.
evens.
Wow.
You pull out a costume that is very clearly a tiny hourglass devoid of sand.
Oh. Well, I mean, that accentuates the ideal figure.
You pull it down around your body, and the way that the glass, looking through it, shapes things, you look like you have incredibly large breasts.
Grego, you look like you have incredibly large breasts.
It's like that Tom the Scarecrow when he first started his adventure.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Exactly
that.
like that.
Yeah, that was weird. That was strange times. I don't really like this. Anyone else want it?
I don't think that we should be doing any of this.
I'm gonna bring this giant poster of an Oni, maybe to show them. Oh hey, this is what Will looks like, and maybe that'll help our case. But otherwise, I agree. I don't think we should wear anything. I think we're fine.
Oh, it's the
I could take a
Hourglass
look.
Coven.
Yes.
I'm going one more time here. 67.
Ooh.
You find what appears to be the costume of a sun, a bright sun.
Yeah. Throw it on my shoulder. Let's go. I'm kind of bored.
I'm still with Gideon. And he's looking at the needle.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Gideon.
Hey, what's up, Torbek?
Do you think you should hold on to the thread too?
Well, I mean, I guess I could, but what if they capture one of us? You know, is it a bad thing to have all these here knickknacks on one of us?
Well, that's what made Torbeck think of this. Maybe we should split them up, but maybe Torbeck shouldn't have any of them.
Well, I mean, I'll hold it for now if you don't want to hold it. You think she might recognize you, but maybe we also just cover up some of your doodads, you know? So if she squishes his back, you don't look like a giant glowing crystal witch.
If we could make it look like Torbeck has even more horrible deformities.
Well, we don't want to scare her. You know, I mean, she's a hag.
Well, it couldn't hurt our cause.
I mean, it could if she's scared. You know, she's like horribly
It's gotta be
grossed out.
pretty scared. It's hard to scare a hag,
I
right?
mean, you'd think, but a couple more deformities on you, and I think we'd get there.
I mean, just like, maybe a big old hump covering up the tanks. Torbeck can even, lean over and drag a leg behind him.
Oh, this is kind of a nice place. Did you see the kitchen? You know,
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Torbeck can't give you the thread.
Oh, we don't have pockets. Sweet.
If Torbeck knew... Torbeck is worried.
Listen, man, I think it's all gonna work out in the exact way it's supposed to, okay?
Okay.
I think we should maybe just put one piece of cloth over you, alright? Nothing too menacing. Maybe not a hump. Maybe don't limp, and don't do any of that weird stuff that you do.
Weird stuff.
Maybe just don't, eat any licorice while you're around her.
Okay, well, we can go look for fabric to throw over Torbeck.
Yeah, what do you think they're doing in there? You think they're having a dress-up episode?
It's extremely likely.
Yeah.
Let's go catch up.
All right, let's see what's happening.
Let's go, fellas. Time to go. From the other room.
Oh, man.
No,
What's going on?
we were just leaving.
Just
Grab some cloth in the back we can toss over Torbeck.
Yeah,
Just grab it.
We just want to throw something
Oh.
over Torbeck's tank.
Just a ream of cloth. Just grab a ream of cloth.
Here's what I got. I mean, this is basically just a rolled up piece of cloth.
Yes.
It happens to have a giant fucking Oni on it.
Gideon was very specific not to scare the hag.
I mean, I don't think. I mean,
I feel like we need something a little more incognito.
Just a piece of cloth is fine. We don't have to overthink this.
I feel like it'd be kind of hard to scare a hag. I mean,
That's what Torbeck said, but then Gideon was like, well, it's just a big Torbeck.
I mean-
Scare the people.
Oh, shit. You gotta hear his idea.
that's a fair point.
We still gotta decide. I mean, the one undodgeable truth of this whole thing is that these rooms can produce anything we think of, right? And so, obviously, we gotta find the bedroom.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I mean,
I understand what you're saying, and I had a thought about
I don't
that.
appreciate that thought.
Should we?
A thought about what?
Should
We
we?
don't have
well,
time for that.
how to find the bedroom?
We don't need that much time.
We clearly
look,
can't
I
find
get
it.
You only need 5 minutes. Not even.
Scabifer's gonna be the bedroom. That's the gross thing.
And if she's asleep, then Torbeck wakes her, and Torbeck suddenly stops being a problem.
Why did you say it like that?
Because then she won't know that you exist.
No, but she's gotta turn Torbeck back, man. She can't forget about Torbeck.
We can find another Torbeck, toy maker. We can just have a.
Find another Torbeck.
We can call him Toybeck, and he can hang out in our pockets.
It's pretty.
Torbeck doesn't think we can have it both ways, Gideon. Torbeck thinks it's one or the other. And as much as Torbeck would like to be chained up and milked, Torbeck doesn't want to be a battery.
Oh God!
What?
And if,
We need to kill this room.
if we walk into the bedroom and things start popping up magically, maybe you should stay outside.
What? Come on, man.
Wait, do you have access to the mind blank spell?
Not currently.
Oh. Yeah, maybe you should stay outside.
Yeah.
We're the only ones who've shown any ounce of discipline in this house. As soon as you smelled the mashed potatoes, you guys were arm deep in the bowl.
We did it for you, Frost!
Yeah, we did that for you.
It was an
Frost.
experiment.
I
It
don't
wasn't for
believe
us
you.
at all.
It was
It
for
was
skiing.
It was an excuse so that you could eat it.
And I only went elbows deep into the turkey, okay?
Torbeck was shoulder deep. Yes, that was on Torbeck.
That was a
I couldn't
deep
reach
bowl.
it.
That was a deep bowl.
There were no step stools at the table for Gringo.
Let's
He was
go.
catching
You
scraps
have
all over
this
the floor.
conversation as you walk down that hallway towards the other room.
When we get to the middle of the hallway, between the two rooms, I'm going to stop where there should be a door leading into what we now understand is
the sewing room.
Sewing room.
Or the fabric room, yeah.
This is stupid. I'm just going to try it. I knock 3 times where a door should be, and I say, Rumpelklump. Rumpelklump.
Why'd you say that?
What the fuck?
Are you okay? Are you having a stroke?
Nothing.
Are you
All right, I just wanted to try it.
Yeah, well,
Now we can go into
we
the
know it's
bathroom.
back. Okay. We proceed.
You make your way to the other end. You're going to the bathroom?
I thought we were going. Isn't that what's on the other opposite side of the hallway?
There's a bathroom at the end of the hallway, but there's another room.
Oh. I want to see. I want to see what magical bathroom is.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I know.
It's a magical toilet.
You walk in, and just like all of the rooms, it smells like shit in here. Like, you can tell no one's shit in here in a long time, but it smells like someone just had a fresh dump.
The toilet turns to me and is like, "Hey, Frost!" Nope. I close the door and then I continue.
You know what you're supposed to do in here, right? Fill me up, Frost. Fill me up. Come on, man.
I don't want to be chained up in milk,
I
Frost.
haven't eaten in so long, Frost. Fill me up. Fill my blood.
Why is this door locked?
Torbeck hates that.
We don't go to the bathroom. We don't go to the bathroom.
We got to the left. We got to the left. Too late, Frost.
I've been waiting.
It's my purpose. It's my purpose. Bathroom is forever, Frost.
Frost, you close the door to the bathroom. You are shaken. You can see the sweat drip from his brow. His skin is flushed. You still hear those words ringing in your head. As you turn,
Nobody go in there.
why would you say shit in my mouth?
What other words would the toilet have said to him?
That's a good point.
Nobody go in there. We're dolls. We don't need to use the bathroom. Let's just walk away.
And you turn towards the remaining room to be explored on this floor. Once again, it's a very similar style to the sewing room. It's the same wooden door with the stained glass window above it, featuring the cauldron and the roses. And you open the door and you step in, and this is very clearly a doll room. You see another replica of this house sitting on a table. You see dolls lining the shelves of all varieties. Not really toys of any sorts, just dolls everywhere. You can see that their clothes are all handmade. And who's walking in first?
I'll walk in first.
Roll a perception check for me, please.
Even money. Give me some 14.
You look around and there are so many dolls piled here and there. It's hard to make out features of any individual one, or to notice if there are any themes. This fabric room that you had been in, it had been completely organized by type and colors. Probably the only room that you've seen in this entire place in all of Loomlurch proper that looked to be organized and well kept. And this room is exactly what you would have expected. Just dolls piled on top of dolls, stacked behind each other on shelves. There is a small daybed in the corner that is piled high with fabric dolls. You see wooden dolls and ceramic dolls, porcelain dolls, dolls of all shapes and sizes.
It appears to be a doll room. Look.
You all right?
Okay.
You okay? Get everything good?
Are you blowing up a sex doll?
There it is.
Oh my god!
Please stop.
Derek. Stop enabling him.
Oh, it's got a beard and everything. Oh, and glasses. What the fuck?
This looks oddly like that Derek fellow from
That's a nightmare.
This must be her most prized possession. This Derek sex doll.
Get rid of the needle. We'll take it.
Steal the Derek sex doll.
Now we have to sell that.
Head over to our merch shop right away. I'm gonna go over to the small dollhouse that is a replica of the dollhouse that we're in.
Mhm.
Is it one where I can like unclasp one side and open it?
It does appear to
wow.
be so.
I will unclasp it. Do I see a smaller doll room inside of the?
You do.
Wow.
Is there a smaller dollhouse inside?
There is.
I will reach in with my hand
Mhm.
and I will unclasp that tinier dollhouse.
Yes.
I'm going to open the face of it.
You do.
Do I see a small doll
You
room
do.
inside that? Is there a smaller house inside
It's
of
really
that?
hard to see at this point, but you imagine that yes, there is.
I'm going to reach in very delicately. Wow, it's if there were tiny versions of us inside this dollhouse.
There aren't.
Could you check to see if there's a layout of the rest of this dungeon, Frosty, so we can get on with this heist?
You can hear nothing as Gricko shouts to you from the hallway.
Oh, didn't we
That
follow
idea
them?
occurs to me anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I will look at where the attic is. I will look for a bedroom. I will look for a basement.
You look upstairs, and then the next floor is smaller than this one. It's clear that where this room is, that the ceiling above you is actually the ceiling and the roof. There's no other floor above you. The stairwell out in the hallway goes up one more flight and only has 3 rooms in it. It has 4 rooms in it, but but they're significant. 2 of them are significantly smaller. There's one significantly large room, and you see that in it there is clearly a doll of Granny Nightshade asleep on the bed. There is another treadle sewing machine in there. The room does not look at all like the room that you had walked into to get to this place. It is an idealized room. It is, you see a soft plush chair where she can read and think, where she has a pile of hand sewing projects sitting next to it. The 2 other rooms you see are completely different. One of them is next to the 4th room. It is the smallest of them, and it is filled with moss and lily pads. You see that there is a large lily pad in the corner with a few plush pillows around it. This is clearly a room, and you see a small miniature of what is very clearly Bevlorna Blightstraw asleep on the lily pad. Next to it is an adjoining washroom, but there is no horrifying toilet abomination to scream at you to sit on its face, but instead there is a large bath for Bevlorna
I don't look at the bathroom room.
to bathe.
In the dollhouse, I glance over and the tiny toilet's like.
Frost blushes.
And
You can
the
tell
last
blushes.
room, the medium-sized room, it's the medium-sized room, the large room, and then Granny Nightshade's room, and then Bavlorna's room. The one on the end, the medium-sized room, is quite beautiful, and the bed in the middle of the room has what almost looks like theater curtains around it. It's a 4-poster bed. You see that there is a makeshift marionette stage where there are Rococo-style marionettes already set up there. You see an organ up against the wall. You see sheets of music and scripts lying about the place. And laying in the bed is very clearly an Endelin doll. And you're able to see her for the first time. She's significantly taller than the others. The dress that she is wearing is tight fitting to the top of her body and then flows out from her hips in almost like a cage. And you can see that there is a marionette stage built into the very front of this dress. Little tiny dolls attached there on strings. Her arms are long and spindly. Her fingers also long and spindly. Her neck seems elongated more so than the others, almost spider-like in nature. Her lips are pursed, but she is ethereally beautiful in a way the others are not. Long, dark hair cascades down around her and flows out over the bedding as she lays there in peace.
No, and is anyone else in the room with me? Or is everyone still in the hall?
Gricko apparently followed you in?
We would have followed. We would have followed.
I thought he would, yeah.
We're not going to say it's in the hallway.
Looking at this, assuming that it's a 1-to-1 identical copy of this dollhouse, and I can't imagine why it wouldn't be, Granny Nightshade should be right here in this room. The other 2 seem to be representations of her sisters. I can't imagine they'd be in their respective rooms, but she's themed 2 other bedrooms, it seems, or at least rooms, to her sisters. Perhaps when they arrive as guests? Very curious.
What in the hell? Wait, so this room we're in presently is where she sleeps in that version of the house?
No, this is all
No,
upstairs.
No, this is
Now
on.
you gotta
There's
go
another
one
flight of
flight
stairs.
up.
Once we get upstairs, we'll be able
Oh,
to
when
go
you
to
said this room, you meant this room.
Oh, the one he was
The room
pointing
you're
at.
pointing at.
Not
Not
this
not
room.
this room.
not
This
this
room.
room.
This
That
room.
room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's got weird guest rooms for her sisters that she hates.
If I'm understanding correctly.
Sounds like 4 rooms.
Oh,
Four
so we
in
should check it.
total.
Let's check out the guest rooms, steal what we can, and then we'll go deal with Scabbard.
I mean, if she's got one for each sister, she's got to have one for Zybilna. We got to check Zybilna's room, see if there's any clues.
Is there a Zybil in the room? Did I miss it?
You don't see one in the dollhouse.
The 4th room
Well,
is
The
a
fourth,
washroom.
it's a washroom that's attached to Bavlorna's room. As you remember, her lornlings have to bathe her, or her skin gets cracky. And so it's very clearly a bathing room for Bavlorna.
I propose we avoid the other rooms and go directly to Granny Nightshade. That's our purpose here. I can't imagine us finding anything of value in the other rooms.
Maybe we can find a hammer to smash those little freaks if we see them in Lorna's room.
Do we know? Are we all in agreement on what we're gonna do when we get to our room?
Yes, Crumby's gonna improvise.
We got to decide what the first thing she's going to see is when she wakes up. We got to decide that.
I think we stick with Torbeck.
So Torbeck, we'll go in. Torbeck will find where the moths are. Maybe he'll stomp all over them, get them out of the way, and then just sit there and wait.
Yeah. And then when we'll all turn back to normal, you're gonna see what it's like to feel real short and small. And we'll call you Tiny, and we'll drag step stools around for you.
You do have to understand that if we do this plan, then we risk you remaining a doll for some time until we find another toy maker of Granny Nightshade's skill and ability.
Torbeck thinks it's probably for the best, but he told Gideon earlier that he can't get the thread. Torbeck tried to give Gideon the thread, but Torbeck can't.
Oh no!
That's the only hitch. But it might be a good thing, because then she can't take it back. It's safe.
That's a good point.
And Torbeck won't become a battery, and the other won't. It's fine.
Well, maybe if you're the first thing she sees, but the way we frame up the deal here is that she turns back every one of our party that she turned into a toy. Regardless of whether or not she remembers you, she'll have to turn you back. It's just the way of magic.
Exactly my plan. That's right. We
Oh,
can word it in a way where hopefully it includes you, even if she doesn't know you're standing right fucking there.
I don't know you were so savvy, Gideon. You're in Crummy's head. I don't know how you're such in Crummy's head. all
I
the
didn't
time.
mean, my first couple ideas were unicorn and then rocking horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gremmy's clearly rubbing off on you. This is terrific.
You know, the
That's right.
Derek doll.
That's right.
And then, yeah.
Torbeck trusts Mr. Grammy.
So do I. I trust you to improvise. You got us out of old Bavlona's gross, stinky hut.
I think we just go straight there. There's no reason for us to keep snooping around, right? If we know exactly where she's sleeping, let's go.
That's my thought exactly.
Okay.
We know what we have to do.
Yeah.
We need to steal. Torbeck, you'll go inside first and endeavor to be the first thing that Granny Nightshade sees.
Should we keep an eye out for pincushion once we're inside? Just maybe while you're in there, you just
Wait.
take a quick
Roll a
look.
perception check.
I start to look around as well.
Pincushion is probably here.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Pretty good.
Well, Frost is also perceiving, right?
I've already had frost.
Not with
Pretty
that.
bad.
Not
Twist.
I'm twisting.
Yeah. A lot better.
18.
Nice.
You speak out and say we should keep an eye out for pincushion. And then you think to yourself, you are in a room of dolls. We're better placed to keep your loyal pincushion doll than in a room like this.
Wait.
And you begin to look around.
Take a look around.
You begin to move dolls this way and that. And you remember she was fabric-like. It seems like most of the fabric dolls are on this daybed. You make your way over to them, and buried beneath them, you clearly find pincushion. Her heart pin removed.
Oh my gosh. Pincushion. You okay?
You pick her up, her body flops this way and that.
No.
Is she dead or something?
You think maybe if we put the needle in her heart, like for the time being, like that'll kind of substitute a heart pin, or you think the heart pin will only work? I mean, this is maybe magical silver pin.
Oh, maybe it'll like super her up and like make her a real girl or something like that.
Oh, but then we have to give it to the King of Hearts. He's like, oh, well, sorry, Pincushion, time to die.
No. We'll find a replacement.
Okay.
You know, we do a hot swap.
Okay,
you know?
yeah. Try the silver pin.
Give it a try.
You place, you can see the small hole where the heart pin had been, and you place the silver pin into it, and you wait, and nothing happens.
Oh, I missed it. Hang
And
on.
then, as you go to pull the pin out,
Please stop doing that.
you watch as her head flops from one side to the next, and then slowly she picks it up on her own as she looks out at all of you, and oh gosh, you found it, my heart pin. That's not my heart pin.
No, and we're gonna need that back too. So don't get too excited.
You came to rescue me.
We did.
Yes.
I can't believe it. We really are friends.
You don't know where your actual pin is, do you?
I'm sure Bavlorna has it.
Oh, we're going to take care of it. Don't worry, we'll get it back along with everything else Bavlorna has. Not Bavlorna. Wait, Bavlorna or Scabifer? Scabifer.
Oh, Scabbeth, I'm sorry, all of the names.
I was worried that-
just woke up from a horrible, heartless sleep.
Were you dreaming? Or is it just the last thing you remember was...
Yes.
Frosty, why would you ask that?
Dolls
I'm kind of
threadborn
bummed out.
Oh, God.
What I remember is being thrown into her filthy sack with those two, with the mushroom peddlers.
Oh, where are they?
She turned them into moths and put them in a glass case.
Don't fucking kill the moths.
Okay, don't kill them all. That's very good. Out of curiosity, these other dolls, if we were to push something into their hearts, would they become alive too?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so it's...
This is just where she throws me when I'm in trouble.
Oh, she took your heart pin because you made her cross.
I made her very angry. I helped you, and she knows it. She could smell your scent on me. And I'm not great at lying, so I told her the truth.
Oh, but you're okay. You feel good?
Well, I feel much better now. This feels powerful. My heart... Well, I don't have a heart. I have a little sewn-in heart button inside of me. That feels strong. I feel strong. Still a little weak, but strong. It's strange.
Well, do you want to come with us when we face Scabifer?
I could come if you want me to. But... well, if I show up with you, friendly, like, she'll be furious.
Maybe you should stay here, and should we go to the guest rooms that she has? Is there anything interesting in there? Or should we just go straight to her bed?
Her sister's rooms?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure there are interesting things in there, but they're only used when her sisters are visiting, and it always makes her cross. She never goes in there otherwise. So unless her sisters are hiding things in there, which I don't know why they would hide things so close to her, as they all hate each other, I'm pretty sure they're just themed rooms that are designed to look interesting inside of a dollhouse.
Oh, like
And that for the sake of brevity, it might make sense to just avoid them completely.
yeah, like a trashy bed and breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite.
Outback steak.
What's wrong with that?
You are out of line.
You're way off. You're
I
way
thought we
off.
were naming themes.
No.
Charming decor and delicious food. What the hell's the matter?
Oh, at a reasonable price.
Bloomin' onion?
Motherfucker eats garden hose and digs above that next egg
It's delicious, isn't it? A little, it's a bit of a
Tomek, we will discuss this later.
We will discuss this
We
later.
don't have time, but I can't believe you'd say that.
I don't think that Pincushion should join us. I think that she's got the needle that we stole in her heart, and I presume that you don't want us to remove it.
Well, that would be unfortunate. I would go back to being lifeless on that bed.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but my point is that she should hide somewhere. I'm thinking the armoire down in the...
Well, can we send Pincushion and just like check the other rooms, and if there's anything super cool, she can bring it back?
Oh, yeah.
Can you go look for super cool stuff?
I'll look for super cool things,
Oh,
but I
only
can
super
promise
cool.
you I will not find
Not-
anything at all.
Not
that's
regular
fine.
type
Just give
cool.
me something to do.
That's fine, as long as we can check it
Okay.
off. We will face.
We'll deal with not Babylon.
Granny Nightshade. Once you explore the rooms, take all the super cool things and go to the armoire.
Frost.
Why can I hear that? Why can I hear that? We can't hear through thresholds of the room. Why can I hear that?
He's got that toilet on the brain.
All right.
All right. Well, is there anything else I can do for you aside from 100%ing this dungeon for you so you have peace of mind?
Do you have any magical abilities or boons that you can bestow on us?
I don't, unfortunately.
That's
Like a
bad.
buffer,
Where
a lesson.
in the room exactly are the moths?
What do you mean?
On the window.
Oh.
What do you mean? What do I mean? Does Dorbeck mean? The moths!
In the dollhouse?
No. Aren't they on the sill above the dollhouse? She
Yes,
looks
they're
at her-
outside in the actual bedroom.
Dorbeck just has to get in line of sight. It's very simple geometry.
Well, when you go into her room, her bed is right here against the wall. There is a window right here.
Okay.
And it's one of those, I think they call them a hexagonal window.
Oh, very nice.
So
I
that-
like that very much.
As she opens her eyes, she's staring outside of this hexagonal window.
Okay.
Some call them a window. And
Stands to reason.
Dorbeck, I don't think we can risk it, man. I think you just got to jump on top of it.
and she, because the moths are so large, she sees them immediately.
All right.
You gotta get right in the face.
You got to get right in her face.
Gotta get
I mean, right up in
And
there.
you're very stealthy. You just get in front of the window and you'll be all set.
Dorbeck will figure it out when we see what it looks like.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we have a plan.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Soon.
Thank you, friends.
We sneak
It's
up
been
the
a pleasure,
stairs.
Pincushion.
It's been a pleasure.
Goodbye, you.
God, that's a tacky sweater.
It's this really. The Derek sex doll is wearing this really awful Tyrannosaurus sweater with like
the big
nostrils.
snout.
Yeah, the big nose. It's,
Getting
just,
aroused
it's
just looking at
absolutely
that.
terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Next to it is a 4-gallon tub of lube it says made by Amazon.
Oh, how do you clean that?
Why's that dog, Chris?
Let's stop talking about the doll.
We go up the stairs.
We go up the stairs.
You make your way out and you head upstairs. You immediately see this layout. Once again, the peeling wallpaper, the lightning bugs in the sconces. You immediately know which door is which, and your focus is on the door right in front of you. This one does have another pocket door, but these doors are closed. You hear the sounds of the toilet on this floor calling out, "Frost, we know you're here."
Quiet. This house is full of nightmares.
You're keeping it all to yourself.
That's Frost. No, it's not.
We're my porcelain.
the pail and we're very quickly going to step beyond. We're going to step beyond.
It's straight from a Meat Canyon cartoon.
Ew, what does that mean?
That sounds like a nightmare.
Okay.
Alright, we're breaking this guy with this
But
one.
no,
Yeah.
hurry up.
there is no bathroom like that on this floor. You just have horrific vision or anywhere.
We open the door. It's just a wall door that goes in.
And you
I lead the way.
slowly open the pocket doors. There is no sound on these hinges as it slowly opens. And you are immediately facing the bed. But the bed itself is completely empty.
Son of a gun. I knew it.
And as you stop for a moment, there's maybe 3 inches of door open as you stare at this empty bed. You hear a soft rocking of a rocking chair in the corner. And you hear, "It took you a lot less time to make it to my little house, didn't it? My little beast."
I shut the door. She's away.
I don't know that.
Oh, fuck!
I think we take our chances with the bathroom.
She addressed me.
What to do, Miss Lady? What to do?
Please take a seat.
How do you do?
You see that she is sitting in what is clearly a plush rocking chair. She has a bowl of fabric scraps and unfinished projects, or a basket of them sitting next to her. And you see clearly a rolled up what appears to be quilt, and you can see Pincushion's heart pin is stuck deep into this quilt, holding it together. As she's hand sewing some project that she's working on, it looks like the outer fabric skin of a doll. And she continues to rock as she mindlessly sews and looks back and forth between all of you. And you see that in front of her, she already has pulled up 5 stools for you to sit upon.
Oh, so you've been expecting us. I'll sit down. Fellas, come on.
I come in. I look at the stools and I shudder, thinking of the bathroom, and then I sit down.
Enough about the fucking bathroom. I'll end the stream right fucking now. I swear to God.
And that is that's the ending session of this campaign. It will never start back up ever again.
Shit.
Stop saying that.
Shit. Oh, I mean, shit. Oh, shit.
I will join.
And as she
We all sit
rocks,
down.
you notice that her that the key in her back is spinning. There is a hole in the back of this rocking chair where the key is able to spin freely. And it is going about a medium speed. It's not going too fast, but it's not going too slow. She seems to be even keel.
Torbeck sits.
Morning, evening, whatever.
So, if you were expecting us, you probably know a bit
The
about our
little
predicament.
Pincushion told me what you had been up to.
All right.
She does not lie, that one.
Stands to reason.
Not very cash money of her, but understandable.
And I know an adventurer in my time. You cannot leave well enough alone. You would come to either rescue your friend or to attempt to do battle with me, which would not be wise. And you see as she says this, the key in her back starts to slow a little bit.
We've come to collect the reward.
You see her key slow down and almost stop for a second before starting to speed up. And it begins to go faster and faster and faster. Her eyes get wider. What is this reward that you speak of?
You're looking for Will of the Feywild, ain't you?
The key continues to move faster. Do not play games with Granny.
Well, we saw at least 2 wanted posters, and we know where he is. In fact, I got his knife on me right now.
Show me the knife.
I can't. I'm unfortunately a toy made of bone. But if you were to transform us back, we could show you.
You want to make a deal with Granny Nightshade, yes?
Well, I mean, the wanted post said if we deal with Will, then we get a couple rewards, I think.
And you each have a poster you would like to collect on, yes?
And we'll just collect on the 1 or 2. That's fine.
They are bound by person.
We'll we'll discuss that internally if you don't mind. But I think our general offer still stands. That we're happy to bring him in and make a bit of a trade. What say you?
I want him to be killed.
We can kill him. That's just fine.
Even better.
I wanted him alive for a time,
All right.
but my patience wears thin. I need to spend time with my projects. I want him to be killed.
Nasty business killing kids.
And I want the children returned to me, those that live.
So, here's the deal. We know where he is and he ain't far. We know where the kids are, and they aren't far either. So, you turn us back to how it was. I can show you the knife as proof. And we can show you the wanted posters as proof. We'll kill Will. We'll bring him back here, show you that the deed's done, and then we'll need a little bit more time to round up the kids.
Roll a persuasion check. Straight.
Not deception.
No, roll persuasion. No twists on this one.
15.
Not bad. Not bad.
I will consider your proposal. She looks towards her bed, and you see that there's a nightstand there, and rolled up at the base of the nightstand are what look to be probably 15 to 20 scrolls. But each of you must make the deal. So those who do not have a poster for Will bind yourselves to one.
No.
You will kill him.
All right.
And as proof, I will let you take the little pincushion. When he is dead, you will dip her heart pin in his blood, place it back into her chest, and she will return to me. I will know the deal is sealed. The children will be brought to me. I will fetch them. I will have my toy soldiers go to get the ones that remain. You will not pull the wool over my eyes and attempt to steal them. They belong to me. And for doing so, I will return you to your previous forms. I will let this one leave with his witchlight intact.
Oh.
And I will usher you out of my realm. You will meddle in thither no longer. You will not be a thorn in my side no longer. You will leave. And you will not return. You will not step foot in thither again. Do we have a deal?
What do you know about the kids that have escaped? Do you know where they are?
They wander the forest under the protection of something, I'm not sure what. But my eyes cannot see it.
And you think your toy soldiers are gonna do the job?
I trust that without you meddlesome wretches, that my toy soldiers will do what they need to do.
All right. Deal.
Hold on. What if we fuck with Enderlin? Could we, sweeten the deal? Do we have to bring back the kids? How about no kids and we fuck with Enderlin? Because she seems kind of nasty, eh?
Roll a persuasion check. Also no twists.
I'm gonna use this jingle jangle D20. Come on. I don't think my persuasion is very good. I have my character sheet pulled up though.
11.
Okay. Her key doesn't move faster, but her interest seems to be piqued. My sister is getting involved in things she should not. She has an opening night happening soon that I would not like to see proceed unencumbered. So unhindered, if you think you could get to Jan in time and sabotage her play,
We would gladly cumber and hinder.
I would consider allowing you to take all that you find at Will's home base.
Including the children with us and the tree.
You will touch none of those that remain in Loomlurch. But those outside of its confines, I would consider them as part of your winnings.
I feel like that sounds amenables to us deal makers, and we would gladly fuck with Endelyn and ruin her opening night.
But you will not step foot in thither again. So you must take everything with you that you want before you leave.
As long as we have some time to collect our effects, eh, Mr. Crummy?
All right. So the deal is, we
And this must be done tonight. For if any word gets back to Will, this plan will not work. I can have my vultures fly you there and give you a serum you can take when you arrive, wherever you may need to go, which will return you to your forms.
all right. Well,
And then you will leave.
and any kid that remains in thither is yours. Is that the deal?
That is the deal.
In Loomlurch.
Yeah, not all thither. Just Loomlurch.
Just Loomlurch. It's a city.
All right.
Everyone at Little Oak, that's our winnings. We deal in
Little
children.
Oak, you say?
Oh. Everything is our winnings.
I
All of
think
it.
we can amend the deal. Now that I know where Will lives.
I believe he doesn't know what he says. He's had a long day. He's tired. Turns into a bit of a fucking idiot when it gets past 11 p.m.
Roll a deception check at disadvantage.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
22.
She looks to you, Gricko.
What a dude.
Why do you let this disgusting childlike freak speak to me?
I
It
apologize.
knows not what it speaks in its puny adolescent brain.
He is part of the reason we have our superpower. If you want the opening show to be messed up, who better than someone as...
Incompetent and projecting about my height.
Yes.
I'm not actually as tall.
Make
average
it
height.
stop speaking. You
Twice
are
for now.
right, kitten.
Hmm?
There is nothing more repulsive and destructive than a child.
Well, a goblin child, but
It matters not what kind of child.
All right, so the deal is, after we're done, any children left in Loomlurch, we'll leave with you.
You will leave my home tonight. I will fly you to this little oak, where you will kill the child Will of the Feywild. You will take Pincushion with you. You will soak his blood in her heart pin and send her back here. She knows the way. You will then take anything that you want from Little Oak, and you will immediately leave my realm, my domain. I will never see you again. But know that at any point, you can tear the wanted poster assigned to you and call in the favor that I grant you. No matter where you are, but you shall never come back to this place.
you don't want like a souvenir from Endelyn's, like, you know, her tears from her play going real bad, or you don't want any of that kind of stuff back?
I will know the moment that you have foiled her opening night. For I will be there watching with my sister Bevlorna. You see she cracks her knuckles. Her long fingers, her old joints crack extra loud and echo in this space. As she As she looks out repulsively, you see her key slowly start to slow even more. And then at this time, our deal will be done. If you do not accomplish this task, you will return him to me. She looks to Torbeck, and he will be mine.
Done.
All right. Those of you who has the wanted posters?
Well, we'll have to be transformed back to take a look.
Who would like to assign themselves to the ones you already have?
What do we have again?
What do they do again?
I can peruse what you have. I'll pass on what we have.
The first poster allowed promised the ability to bring back the dead.
Yes.
And the second poster, I believe, promised no sword could harm, some form of invulnerability, perhaps. I'm not sure the exact intent.
Yes, no sword shall pierce your skin.
That's kind of nice.
Is that a permanent effect? Like the ability to bring someone back from the dead?
Yes.
Is it like pretty straightforward, or does that mean like you turn us to stone or something?
Yeah, probably stone.
Yes,
It does what it says on the tin.
What about what it says on the poster?
She looks at
I'll
you.
stop talking. I'm sorry.
You are very attractive. And very stupid.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, go on.
I would make other deals with you.
I mean, it's all business here, okay, lady? We're just trying to...
If we have a deal, who needs to assign themselves to a poster?
I'll take one of the new ones. I don't mind giving the good stuff to me mates.
Out of character, so we currently have the invulnerability and the what?
And the race.
and the raised dead, yeah.
Oh,
But
shit.
and also
The
out of
ones you
character.
have are this. Bring this wisp of a thief to me alive and unharmed, and I'll ensure that no sword can ever break your skin. The other one is deliver this rascal alive and unharmed. As payment, I offer you the power to bring the dead back to life.
I'm assuming that the first one means if you tear it up, and we're understanding that she's amending the deal of the text of the book.
Yes. And I would say you would imagine that once 3 other people go to pick them up, it's now going to say, kill Will of the Feywild and I offer you. And so the posters that you have will change that wording as well.
And in my mind, no sword will pierce you means resistance or immunity to piercing damage, mechanically, which is fucking crazy.
Why don't we peruse? You mind if we peruse the other posters?
The first one you touch will bind itself to you.
Oh,
We read them.
They're scrolled up.
they're not in one of those.
So
like, poster
you don't
things
get
that
the
you fan
ability
out.
to choose which one that you want. But whoever is
you
going to
roll.
do
I
this,
see.
I'm going to have you roll. So Torbeck, can you roll a d8 for me? If you get a 4 or a 5, re-roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab
So
one
the
because
two I
don't
have
want
have
either
bound
of the ones we
themselves to
have.
me.
I think
One
you're
will
better
bound to you,
suited
and one will be bound to somebody
You
else.
want the dead one, man?
Rerolls 4s and 5s.
Kind of your
Yeah.
Kind of my whole thing. Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking.
I was going to
6.
suggest that.
Why don't you
You-
take the dead one?
Torbeck, you pick one up and you unroll it. This rapscallion vexes me. Kill him, and I'll curse one creature who you name.
Oh.
I read it. I turn it over. I read it. Kind of side-eye grickle a little bit.
What does it say? Oh.
This isn't a moment to say your own name.
And I stick it in my pocket.
And I think Gid should have the other one.
Oh, the sword that cuts.
If I may grant my 2 posters to Gideon and
I
Kremmy.
will allow it.
I do that in my mind, and then would you like to grab the next poster?
Roll for me. If you roll 4, 5, or 6, re-roll. It's a d8.
3.
Bring me this imp dead, and I'll bury you up to your neck in silver.
Oh.
That's a monkey paw. What's all monkey paw?
8.
Special offer. Kill this impetuous brat, and you can claim one item of your choice from my workshop.
Wow. Whoa. Oh, I take the toilet.
Absolution.
I can think of many applications for this poster. Thank you, Randy Nightshade.
All of the men with.
And so with this, we have a verbal agreement, yes. We have a pact, we have a deal, we have a promise.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Morning Frost,
Absolutely.
to these terms?
I agree to these terms.
Greco, do you agree to these terms?
Yes.
Torbeck, do you agree to these terms?
Yes.
Kremmy, do you agree to these terms?
And I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Gideon, do you agree to these terms?
Oh, yeah.
You are the only one I will be sad to lose completely.
Oh,
For I believe you will return to me. She winks at you. And the crusty eye boogers in her eye flake off.
Yeah.
With that, you can make your way downstairs to my doll room. Pick up the little pincushion toy. She's on the little daybed there. She reaches down and pulls out the heart pin and hands it to you. Place this in her heart when you are ready. It will animate her.
where was she
Only
again?
in the doll room on the daybed.
Good to know.
Please stop talking to me, little child. Do not put this in her heart until it is soaked in Will's blood.
Understood.
It will animate her. She will make her way back here. Head downstairs and out of the house. Once you are upon the steps outside, my vulture will pick you up and take you to this little oak. From there, you will kill Will of the Feywild, and you will leave thither and never return. Those are the terms of our deal.
All right.
I have one amendment. Can the vulture...
We have already made the pact.
Well, I was going to... You mentioned the vulture as a new part, and I was going to ask if the
It's
vulture could
not
pick
a
us up
new
outside.
part. Outside the house, the doll house.
No. Outside of the entire complex, the facility here.
No, the vulture will pick you up from the stairs
He
outside.
needs to take a look through the workshop to see what he gets if he wins.
That's true.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I twist this? Well, let's see. Let's see how it is.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Woo!
What is that?
Natural 20 is what it is.
Gotta
Rich,
get
it's
it
probably a 28.
That
if I
is
had to
28.
guess.
Exactly right. It's a 28.
I will allow it. I will have a vulture wait for you outside the window of the workshop. Once you are ready to leave, you will make your way through the crack in the window there. And you will blow on this, and she hands you a small whistle. This will call him, and he will send you to Little Oak. But you only have 30 minutes. So make it quick.
Oh. Man, it quick's what I do best.
You gonna turn his back?
Ah, yes. And she, you see she rummages through one of her pouches and she pulls out these little tiny vials. Clearly, you can see in them these small little mushrooms that are bouncing about in the liquid as she hands one to each of you. Once you make your way to Little Oak, drink this. It will return you to your form.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And do not forget, once you leave thither, you will disrupt opening night for me, yes?
Of course.
Otherwise, your friend is mine.
If there's anything we're good at.
She
It's
reaches
disrupting.
out and she runs her long arthritic hands down your down one of your canisters.
There's no need to milk Torbeck. We're gonna take care of it.
He looks like he would like it.
We're gonna disrupt it. No, probably not. I mean, maybe, but probably not. Maybe, but probably
What to
not.
do?
Now leave.
Goodbye.
I'll turn and I'll.
Oh, very nice meeting you.
Follow Mr.
You,
Krabs.
as you stand up and begin to walk away, you hear the sounds of the rocking chair creak as she begins to rock, and you can hear the click, 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 click of the key in her back as it speeds up. She seems very happy as it gets to a speed that is far faster than any you've ever heard. It seems that she is very pleased by this deal that you've made. You quickly leave the room, and the sounds of the rocking chair, the sounds of the clicking of her key, they all stop as you find yourselves back in this dollhouse.
Pincushion. Psst. We gotta go.
She probably is downstairs in the armoire.
Oh, go get her.
I will.
As you quickly go grab a
grab her.
pincushion.
Come on, Pincushion.
You make your way out of the dollhouse, and I'll say for the sake of brevity, you find yourselves, Pincushion is chatting with you. You explain to her exactly what deal you've made and what your plans are. She seems concerned about the deals that you've made, but all the while, she agrees that it might be the best choice that you had and that you honestly got out of the situation far better than she'd ever expected as you make your way towards the kitchen. And that's where you stop at first. And you see that the shackles are there, but Mishka is not.
She made it. All right. We don't have.
There's no blood where it looks like she sawed her leg off.
Oh my god!
But it becomes clear to you why she was concerned, as the shackles clearly went around her wrists and not her ankles. And so there would have been no reason to saw her own leg off.
We have 30 minutes. Are there any other kids left in this place?
Well, yes, they're all in the workshop or in the sewing room upstairs.
The nature of the deals, any kid left in Loom Lurch stays, but any kid that's not is fair game. So if we can free them all right now, get them the fuck out of here, and then we go kill Will, then...
You think you can do that in 30 minutes? I think your best bet would be to free the children inside of the workshop. But
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
at this size, you're never going to be able to get all the way upstairs.
Well, no, I mean, do you know how to free him? Can you go do that in 30 minutes?
No.
We're gonna have to Temple of Doom this real fast.
Well, we also gotta get the portraits downstairs.
Do we take our potions now?
I was wondering if maybe we take the potions now and then find our own way to Little Wolf.
If you take the potions now, you immediately break the deal.
Oh, was that like officially part of the deal?
that was
Part of the deal was that you would fly on the vulture.
We gotta figure it. We gotta kill Will, and then we'll figure it out.
I mean, then we can't come back here. You gotta fucking leave.
whisked away. She said we gotta take everything that we need.
You did not think this deal through when you made it, did
You're not
you?
thinking any deal through, all right? Get off my back, Ben Cushion.
We've got
I'm
28
sorry.
minutes and 33 seconds left.
No, we had 28 minutes and 33 seconds when we got down those stairs. You have to remember, we're only 3 inches tall right now, and this is a gigantic oak tree. You have about 15 minutes left.
All
We
right,
have 15 minutes.
let's go free one of the kids. We'll give them a key. They can free the rest, and they can get the portrait for us. And we'll
Yes,
leave them there.
we'll free the children in the workshop,
Yes,
and
exactly
they
right.
can do the rest.
Exactly right.
Okay.
That
All
was
right.
One of them's
what I was
gotta
trying to
go
get at. Oh, yeah.
All right, all right.
One of who looks really scrappy and has like their little cat's paw.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And you all hustle as you make your way towards the workshop. Pincushion climbs up her little ladder, and she unlocks the door, and you walk into the workshop, and she immediately gasps. The workshop is completely empty. There's not a single child in sight.
Mishka.
How on earth did the children get out of here?
Did the getaway gang beat us to it? Were we actually doing our job and making a distraction?
Well, Mishka knew we needed that portrait, right? Maybe she thought to get it too.
Oh, she's a small kid.
Let's go check it out. Oh no, we were right.
Oh, yeah.
And you make your way through the workshop. Being able to look through it all, Frost, your intelligence is incredible. You remember everything that's in here, and you imagine that you could ask for basically anything, and if it makes sense that it was in there, that would probably work. For the sake of brevity.
I do that.
And you...
Oh, yes.
I'll take this.
Oh, yes.
I have an eidetic memory.
Yeah, there you go. And you make your way towards the windowsill where you all work together to climb up the windowsill. And just as Granny Nightshade said, there is a break in the window that you're able to climb through. And standing out on the sill, you blow into the whistle.
We want to check the portrait room first to see if the portrait's gone. If the portrait of Bavlorna was taken by one of the children.
That is on the other side of Loomlurch.
Good thing we got a train.
We train over.
You
there
know
real
what?
quick.
Fine. You make your way over, and you see that all of the portraits are intact.
They're all there.
They're all there.
All the portraits are intact.
All right, fuck it. Who cares?
And you, realizing you don't have time to deal with this in this moment, but that you're clever, you'll find some way to fulfill the deal that you made with Bavlorna. You make your way back to the workshop where you memorize everything in the workshop quickly, make your way out onto the sill, and you're able to blow on the whistle, and you watch as this giant stuffed vulture flies down from the top of Loomlurch, and with its talons outstretched, it scoops all of you up and flies out into the sky. You realize it doesn't seem to know where it's going. So you start calling out commands, telling it to go left and to right, to go forward, until you eventually find yourselves getting closer and closer to Little Oak. You see the movement of the top of the trees, of the treant that is Little Oak, as it's moving through the forest itself. And something catches your eye. The leaves look darker, almost rotted in nature. It doesn't look as full as it had before. You don't even need to roll a perception to see that something is clearly off about this treant. As you fly down and land on the ground, the vulture drops you and you all clatter and roll. You look out and you see that this place is corrupted and different. The tree itself, the bark, is almost a darkened, oily black as sap pours from the different knots and holes of the tree. The tree house that had been built into this is still there, but it's rotting away and is a termite eaten. You see that there are cages hanging all over the boughs of this tree, and in them are children you recognize and children you don't. And at the very base of this tree, you see what looks like an incredibly large form to you, but is very clearly the form of Will of the Feywild. As he's looking, his back is turned towards you, as he's looking towards the tree himself. There is a large cauldron on what had been the campfire where all the children had sat around telling stories with you. But there's a large cauldron on top of it as he is scooping this liquid out and into a large wooden goblet. Staring directly in front of him, you see an incredibly large cage, and inside of it are the children that you saw from the workshop, the little scamps that had been in there when you met Pincushion. You see Mishka chained up to them, and you also see someone else that you recognize, that elderly woman that had supposed to be at Loomlurch. She looks emaciated and hurting as she is surrounded by these children clinging to the bars with them. It's very clear that she's been crying as he walks over to all of them and begins to prick their fingers with a thorn that he has in his hand, and he drops their blood into the goblet and pours the liquid back into the cup, and he begins to drink. And as he does, you watch as the clothing on his body begins to rip and tear as he gets larger and larger. His skin turning blue, his horns protruding from his head, his teeth getting larger as he lets out a large howl, and where Will of the Feywild had been, there is now very clearly an Oni.
Do I see Hootsie?
You do see that there's another cage at the base, and both the owlbears are inside of this cage.
We've got to move right now.
Fuck! Give me my potion!
Oh my god. As I do that though, I want to use my devour ability before I transform back. If I could.
What I will say is you get one use of your abilities in this combat. So you don't have to use it right this second.
Oh.
All right.
Yours isn't really helpful. Yours was more meant for everything else. I mean, you could turn into a train if you wanted to, but what I will tell you is it wouldn't be a giant train. It would be a little tiny toy
Jump
train.
into his mouth.
Quick,
However,
like a little kid.
what you will note, actually, I'll have you roll for initiative before I tell you what happens there. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Whoa!
Papa's coming, Uchi!
Not great.
We came to slam potion and kill Onis, and we're all out of potion.
Hold on.
You may be an Oni, but we're gonna make you say, "Oh no."
Armor.
You gave me a hard time over multiplies earlier.
I was just trying to channel Frost.
Will of the Feywild, you all down your potions as you look out at this horrific scene. You realize that these cages are not made of iron. They are made of twisting, thorny vines protruding from what had once been Little Oak. The face of this happy treant has been warped and twisted and is now staring out malevolently at you as as in its boughs, these children are suspended in cages. You see that it seems to notice you as the bark groans, it sounds almost like a scream as it calls out, as you all begin to shake and transform, your toy-like bodies completely shattering around you as you return to your full selves. And as this happens, Will spins around and turns towards you, a smile on his face. I knew you would come. He licks his lips. Release them. And as he says this, the tree releases the cages. They all clatter, and you watch as they hit the ground that the damage to them does something to the magic. Where you had the magic that is infiltrating this place, you see that the potion that he had been drinking is also being pumped into the tree itself, and thus into these cages. And you watch as all of these children, in their varying sizes, there were dwarves and elves and gnomes and fey creatures. There were Hootsie and Juniper. All of them transform into one singular child. You cannot tell any difference between, not an amalgamation of children, but they all look exactly the same. There is no way to tell the difference between any of them. As the cages clatter, all of the children begin to run around and switch places. What had been Hootsie is now Hootsie, but you can't tell Hootsie from one child to another. As they all look horrified. Stop! It yells out, and they all freeze, and they look up towards it. You can see the magic shining in their eyes as their heads begin to bob this way or that, and he seems to be in complete control of them. As this army of children stands behind him, he slowly moves forward towards you, menacingly. The tree ahead of him, you see the boughs thrashing this way and that, and I need 20 to 25s.
22.
Nice.
I should actually roll. That would be important. Okay, perfect.
Don't harm the duplicate child. I have no idea which one is Hootsie or any of them.
15 to 20.
19.
19, and then Torbeck, and then Will of the Feywild.
Do we think we could rip the wanted posters down, or do we think we have to kill him for the wanted posters?
You imagine that you have to kill him
No,
to be able to utilize
I
them.
wasn't if that was like something we used.
Cremmy Frost, what did you guys get?
12.
9.
You watch as this happens. I need you guys want to get your minis and just put them somewhere in there.
Are they on the shelf over there?
I mean, wherever your minis are. And then I need a large mini to account for the Oni.
Why don't you grab Ogre McGillicuddy over there? One of the...
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's huge. Is that huge? That's huge.
Oh, is he huge or large?
He's large.
Use your imagination.
I mean, that's a good boy. I was thinking the one of the ogres I made for the fight.
Yeah, that's good.
blue.
That's
Perfect.
good. That's perfect.
Yeah. I'm ripped in blue.
Oh, do we have minis?
No, just pick. I think we use.
There are bottle caps up there too. You can also use those if that makes it easy.
I love that we still don't have minis.
Yeah, well.
How is that possible?
This is our weekly campaign and we still don't have minis.
What happens with Frost? I mean, you would know this because of your character. He would say, "Man, Will of the Feywild, after we're through with you, they're going to be calling you Won't of the Shadowfell."
It's Frost. Oh.
Hold on, we have Gideon and Frost here,
No.
right?
Torbeck can be Scrim.
I think we have bottle caps with all the faces.
Oh yeah, I'll be Gary Goodberry. Perfect.
This is outrageous.
Perfect. I'll be Gary Goodberry. Hi everybody. Speaking of Gary Goodberry, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Legends of Evantris. Go to our most recent animated short that we posted yesterday and give it a like, leave a comment, share it with all your friends. It really helps us out with the algorithm. Thank you so much.
So you have all of that?
Yep.
Okay. And then I need you to place these behind Will of the Feywild. Derek. Okay.
Would we be like in a line, kind of like
I think
Gideon would be first, right?
shoulder
definitely
to shoulder.
As
that's-
as Will would have been walking towards us in an Oni form, I would have been slowly walking towards him. Oh, you just put them all down. Jesus Christ.
Holy moly!
Behind him.
Oh my god.
Just got to a page out of Chuckles.
Come, my child soldiers.
I love clowns.
Full Metal Jacket. Is that good, Nikki?
You can't really see because
Oh.
of the camera, but they should be flipped the other way.
Oh.
But yeah, they would be like not in a line behind him, but just kind of like clustered
Just
behind
bunched.
him. Yeah, bunched up behind him. There you go.
Do they have to like exist in specific squares? or no?
Nope.
Oh.
No.
Perfect.
Gideon, you as he calls us out and you watch as all of these children net together behind him, you feel the rage course through your body and you know what you are here to do as you charge forward.
You dumb big blue son of a bitch, child stealing crazy demon Oni thief! Give us Hootie back and all those other kids too. I run up and I will flame Yo Hopman.
Okay.
Very funny. And where is that? Oh, there it is. And I will roll to attack. Oh, can I twist that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One twist.
Hey.
Oh,
let's go.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Well,
Let's
my
go.
first hit.
Well done.
And then 16 for the second.
16 is its AC.
Oh, nice. Okay. So that is a couple d8s. I run up and ignite into flame, and you'll hear the steam exploding off the manacles, and I'll go bright, fiery red as I lunge forward and punch him. I don't know, how big is he?
He's incredibly. I would say he's a little bit bigger than you are. How big is an Oni?
Oh, he'd be large. He'd be
He'd be much larger than you. He's probably
10
like
feet tall.
Yeah,
he's like.
I had to think about.
yeah,
Well,
probably
see,
not
I didn't
as
want to
high.
make another
them
guard
bigger
issue
than-
and like make him 15 feet. Yeah, thanks, studio killers. Thanks. I'm about 15 feet tall like a guard. Thank you. Yeah, no, he's probably closer. He's probably closer to 10 feet.
I'll run up and then kind of like bend down for a moment and swing forward with a punch at his knee, and do 22 points of damage.
Do 22 points of damage. You punch into him. He tightens the muscles of his stomach, and it feels like you're punching into stone as your fist slams into him. He doesn't even flinch at the as you damage him, but the hits seem to take. And that's your entire turn? It's just 2 punches? You punch into him, and as this happens, the tree around you begins to... The boughs begin to move. The same thorny bark-like branches seem to be taking over the entirety of Little Oak as it begins to shake its bough. I need all of you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Oh, I'm pretty good at this one.
Oh, I pass.
You don't even know what the DC is.
25.
23.
18.
Can I twist? Are we twisting?
Yeah, you can. For all of this stuff, you can twist.
I'll take one twist.
What did you get, Mike?
18.
Okay.
There it is. 21.
You all watch this happen as a hail of thorns begins to pelt down at you as the branches begin to lash out. You're able to roll out of the way, preventing yourself from taking a significant amount of damage and being knocked prone. But you are going to take half of this. You're going to take half of 13 piercing damage, and you are not knocked prone.
So 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
If we pass, we take 6.
You take half, 6.
6.
It is then Gricko's turn.
6.
I'm going to lunge forward and say, "Nobody touch all the kids! One of them is Hootsie, and I guess the rest are also children!" And I'll go boo, 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 as a giant froghemoth spirit will appear above me and will lash out twice with the tongue as I do my lash.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
I kicked my water.
What happened?
Oh,
I kicked my water bottle.
Fucking fell over.
I thought I was like, oh, something comes crashing down.
Shit out of me too.
Make sure that it's not.
Weaken and spell. Jeez. You feeling alright?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Did it spill everywhere? Because there are power cables
No.
down there.
No,
Okay,
it's-
cool.
No, everyth's dry.
He's fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine. I'm going to just cast a guiding bolt and my starry form. So as my archer, I'm going to make a spell attack straight. Can I twist once?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That is an 18. That hits.
Yep.
So it's going to deal 10 points of radiant damage. And then guiding bolt, I'm going to roll... that'll be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And then...
You're also at advantage.
Oh.
I realize. I crit him, and I have Crusher.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Oh.
That was for that.
Everyone is at
Such a
advantage
Crusher.
for
Oh
hitting him.
shit.
I don't even know her.
So
That's insane.
You don't have to.
Where's the advantage? All right.
that'll
No, maybe.
just a 24 hit.
Yes.
Okay,
His
that'll-
AC is 16.
16 is the AC.
Okay. 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh god, that's brutal. 3, 5, 7, 7,
Oh
11 points of radiant
Oh
damage.
my lord!
That's fine.
That is mathematically.
You, your Froghemoth appears, and Will doesn't seem at all bothered by this as these attacks are let loose on him. His eyes are glowing yellow as he is staring down at all of you, and he looks hungry and angry, not at all like the scampy child that you had met. This was clearly his plan all along, to use you to get into Loomlurch and be able to free all of these children. And you played right into his hands as he looks around at you happily, a smile huge on his face as he is going to start to stomp down on the ground. All of the children behind him in their strange haze begin to stomp too as they all begin to chant Gangarang. And I need you all to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
This is not
wisdom
what-
saving throw,
I'm okay
easy.
at this. I'm okay at this.
A wisdom saving throw, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Is this
That's what you call the episode, right, Rich? Gangarang?
I thought we were gonna call
Because
this.
getaway
any kind of
Gangarang?
a charm?
It is.
I assumed we were gonna call this
Okay, perfect.
Kill Will.
That's what I got.
The lair action, I called it Whomping Will-O because
very
it's
funny.
the tree.
I don't know if it's worth twisting. I fail.
I'd like to twist. If I may.
I will twist as well because I rolled it
We have twists. It's a hiatus.
I have a 17.
So everyone twist.
That's good.
That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Twist.
I'm gonna keep it
I
seven.
also have a
Yeah.
17.
This is how this is the season finale.
It's the best I'm gonna do.
Okay. I only have a +2.
I got a
15,
20.
so,
19.
yeah.
20.
Mathematically, I'm not gonna get higher.
What did you get, Cremmy?
23.
You all feel yourselves this magic coming over you as you hear the chanting. It's making you angry. It's making you frustrated. You're feeling charmed as you look towards each other and you, for a split second, feel the need to lash out and hurt your companions. For a moment, Gideon, you looked at Cremmy, and Cremmy is no longer your ally. He is your enemy. But you are able to steel yourself and shake it off. And none of you seem to be affected by what clearly would have been each of you making attack on your ally.
Oh, that's crazy.
Torbeck.
Does that count as him making having taken a turn in combat?
It is a legendary action.
Because as
So-
long as he hasn't taken a turn yet,
He
I
hasn't taken it.
he's
He
not.
hasn't taken his
Okay,
official
just wanted
turn
to
yet.
check. So as this is all happening, you'll kind of see Torbeck like hunch over, and the canisters will start to bubble, and like like the tubes will light up as you can start to see the witchlight start to flow, and Torbeck will start to breathe heavier and a little bit more quickly as his arms and legs kind of get a little bit longer. He gets a little thinner and more gaunt. As I will consume a mutagen and add 3 to my dexterity. And then I'll use my movement, which is 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. With my 10-foot reach, I will make 2 attacks with my multi-attack. They're both at advantage.
Yep. Both at advantage. Until
16 plus 9 is 25 to hit.
That hits.
First attack. Ooh, only a 15 on the second attack.
That misses.
Twist.
Yeah, because I have plus
twist it.
9.
Yeah,
I got plus 9.
twist it.
That's a
advantage.
22 to hit. Well, yeah,
yeah.
we're good. 22 to hit. So both will hit, which means it's
You don't want
going-
to fish for a crit? I knew if I said crit, he'd roll.
Okay.
Both attacks will hit. It's going to be 1d8 plus the 2d6 for the surprised round, plus the 1d6 from the second attack. 10, 19 plus 12 is 31 points of damage over 2 attacks.
31.
Yeah, over 2 attacks. I
Um,
slash at him with my claws. Knife-like fingernails.
yeah, okay. I'm sorry. My math, I'm just bad at math, really, is what this boils down to. You lash out at him, tearing into his flesh. He actually seems surprised by the amount of damage that you do. And for a moment, you see a flash of fear and concern in his face. He is still very clearly regenerating and getting coming into his new form, whatever ritual he had been doing before you arrived, whatever concoction he had consumed when you got here hasn't fully taken effect, and he is clearly feeling weakened from this, and that amount of damage surprises him. Yet he looks down, he still smiles at you. It is his turn.
And
you
now
are
disadvantage on wisdom saving throws as well.
He's immediately in front of you, and he is going to make all 3 of his attacks against you.
Ooh, no.
Against whom?
Torbeck.
My AC is 18.
Okay. I'm going to use 1 dread to reroll my failure, and that's a natural 20.
Oh,
That's what dreads do.
You guys will be on the side.
That's what dreads do.
So that is one of his claw attacks.
Yeah.
I will let you.
Okay.
The first one was a 2 that turned into natural 20. That's one of his claw attacks. So 1 claw will crit, the other is normal, and his glaive attack is also normal. Yes.
I would like to evoke Heat Gauge 2 and redirect his critical attack
2.
to himself.
You can do that.
It says I can redirect. What? Let's forget it. Yeah. When you are a creature you see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can. I'll let it ride.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
You'll allow it? Okay, thank you.
You can take it to the face.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's fine. I got hit points to spare. I'm Torbeck.
I'll allow it.
What are the odds that it's Hootsie? We should is that a D20?
No.
Don't spike a natural 1. It's not Hootsie.
4, 6,
19. There's 19 of them if I'm counting correctly. So 1 out of 19.
Man.
19.
So almost a D20. Hold on. Oh, natural 20. It definitely would have been Hootsie.
No, 1 is 20. 1 is Hootsie. 1 is Hootsie.
I said it definitely wouldn't have been Hootsie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
20
and
would have been the
then
shittiest kid. No, the old lady.
you're kind of lucky that it was the claw and not the glaive.
Oh, yeah. The glaive would have fucked my shit up, fam.
Oh, man.
39 points of damage as he slashes into you with claw, and glaive. I mean, to be fair, that was a crit. There's a crit in there.
Blood explodes everywhere, all over Gideon, all over Will. Oh.
His face is splattered in blood, and he just smiles through it as he relishes in the pain that he does to you. Frost.
I would like to use my feline agility to double my speed. Seeing the amount of damage that's happening to Torbeck and the amount of risk that the children group represents, I know I need to get this Oni away from everyone as quickly as possible. So I am going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'm going to get over here.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. And I am going to...
Almighty
50.
push.
And I am going to create an intense pressure just behind him, a vacuum with my mind, pushing away the particles so that they might collapse and implode and push him and pull him back, doing a tremendous amount of damage, presuming that he doesn't succeed on a Constitution saving throw, which he has to make a disadvantage because I'm spending the beans about it.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Spending the
hell
beans.
yeah.
Okay. What kind of?
A Constitution saving throw?
He is going to use a legendary resistance.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
yeah.
So he still takes half.
Okay.
That's going to be 4. That's going to be 15, and then 2 more. I'll roll these. 15, 19, 21. But he... Okay, he does not move, but I'm going to use my bonus action to try to push him, so he needs to make a strength saving throw. DC 16.
Regular or
Yep,
at advantage?
regular.
Okay. Yeah, he blows it out of the water.
Of course he does. Okay, he doesn't move, but he takes half of the damage that I said, and you can
10
you can,
total.
And
Yeah, 10
so
total,
10.
and you can see that it explodes this massive. Get away from the children! Make sure that they don't get hurt.
He is going to look towards you as you've just done this. And he reaches out his hand towards you. And he says, like them. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Twist it.
I think I'll twist that.
Season finale, folks.
Let's do one more.
One more.
See you on the other side, Frost.
You're
right. You're okay.
13.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, it still is a wisdom saving throw. I thought I had changed this to intelligence, but I didn't. You watch as Frost's body begins to change, and Frost, your intelligence goes down to 4. You become childlike in nature.
What?
And you look exactly like one of the children that's standing behind him.
Oh.
Frost can't read.
No, I got you.
Oh my god, did the internet go out?
No.
No, we're still
No, we're good.
This video is just not working.
Can you imagine?
Let me see if I can...
That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not working. Okay, there we go.
Way of
There we go.
preventing that. So, it's not. No, it's the same one. Okay.
And Cremmy, it's your turn.
I will walk up and is this a free action or would this cost an action?
It is an action.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.5. Dread the fugitive mind's a terrible thing, Will. You better keep an eye over your shoulder. And I'm going to all of a sudden the shadows that we're all casting will move, and they'll all of a sudden slither towards me, except his. As I use my form of dread and I become a silhouette with the neon glyphs, but his shadow will start to twist and turn and separate from him, turning into almost a creature of shadow as I cast Shadow Spawn and use Form of Dread as my action and bonus action. And it will be let me just make sure I know what this is. I'm summoning a Shadow of Wrath or Rage, Fury. And so first I need to go, and I'm going to summon it right here. So his shadow is now manifest there. And then Form of Dread, I gain temp HP. Boom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I gain 9 temp HP. And then if I hit a creature, I haven't hit a creature yet. I'm immune to the frightened condition. I use that. And then this shadow will imitate that scream that he just made, but in this horrific, almost ghastly wail. As everyone within 30 feet of the shadow needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Including me?
Yeah.
I'll be doing it at a disadvantage.
And that would include all of the children?
All the children.
Is this a charm of any kind?
Okay.
No, it's fear.
I'm using a twist. That'll be a 20. Oh no, 20.
Apologies. What's the throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Shit.
16.
And he also has to do the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to use a Dread to reroll. Okay, cool.
What's the DC?
The DC is... What's my DC? 16. Okay.
I meet it.
He passes, the children
Raise
do
an
not.
edge.
It's because my ability.
You dex thing? Oh,
Just roll sweat to get twist.
You're not within 30 feet, are you?
One.
Yeah,
Two,
he's right.
Yeah, you are.
for sure.
What's this?
One
We have a bajillion twists, and this is the season finale. We gotta use them.
I am intentionally trying to deplete your
One more.
twists.
One more. No, you don't roll both. You just roll an additional one.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah. What?
No dice.
One more.
Good. I don't have very high plus.
Well, still, let's try it. One more. There you go.
Natural 20, folks.
That's what I got. Nice.
Okay.
Andy's like, God, that could have been on damage. That's what I would be
I'm
thinking.
toast.
So anyone that failed is afraid of the creature. A frightened creature. It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, and then the effect on itself on a success.
Do you have to use, if you fail, do you have to use your movement to move away from it? Is that how fear
No,
works?
you just can't.
They can't move closer
to it.
So
How-
my intention
how would-
is
Mike,
that none of these
How
kids
would
that are
you
afraid-
how would you rule a charmed creature being feared?
I would say if you believe that if it's charmed, if they still have the ability to experience fear, they may be following the orders of the someone who's charmed. Depends on the charm, but if it's a classic charm, it's basically you are, I think, technically your advantage at persuasion. You are more susceptible to them, but it doesn't unless it's a mindless automaton thing that can.
It's
have no
more of
fear.
a mindless automaton, sort of.
If
It's
you-
more like a control than it is a charm.
I would say that if there's still fear in the child, no. But if it's basically if they're basically meat puppets that follow his commands, then they wouldn't be afraid. But
Okay,
basically,
thank
it'd be
you.
up to you.
Thank you, thank you. Cremmy's turn.
I'm done.
It is his turn again. He is going to. So he's done that once and that once. He is going to use another legendary action, start stomping his feet one more time, as all of the children begin to chant in a very monotone voice, Gangarang. And you are all need to make a wisdom saving
I'm
throw.
using one.
This one I'll roll straight.
I'll do one.
Disadvantage and advantage.
Yeah. I pass.
I'll do
All
one.
twists, all twists.
16.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
I got some left.
I
So
got
enough left.
I got
17.
once. I got drawn
17.
once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
23.
16.
What did you get, Cremmy?
20.
Once again, you all
23.
feel that want for a moment to attack each other, but you are able to shake it off. He looks frustrated at this. Gideon, it's your turn.
Torbeck, are you okay, man?
You hear Torvald breathing heavily, but he doesn't respond.
16 to hit and a 20 to hit.
16 is the AC.
16 is the AC. Oh man. Action surge.
Oh, you actually have it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit! What level are we?
5.
Yeah, fine.
I didn't know that fighters got actions for level 5. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll action surge. Wait, is that just?
All right.
Yeah, no action. Okay. Foot whisper. Okay. 2, so that's 5, 15. Oh, okay. 2, 27. Smells oh, 33. So I'll just lean in and just start jabbing into this creature, and then I will activate this time for real. This time, heat gauge 1 on the manacles. You'll hear ring out through the forest of kids as the manacles will erupt to a flaming light and start to whirl and snake around him, and he'll have to make a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Easy.
But also take 33 damage.
I'm going to use a dread. Okay, he will pass. So just tell me the full damage for everything in one lump sum.
Okay. So take this damage, and this is fire damage if that's relevant at all. 43 total damage.
Nice.
10 of it would be fire. He's not grappled by chains, and but maybe he's about to be grappled by big old bear arms. I'd like to use my bonus action to attempt to grapple.
It's not a
him.
bonus action to activate your
It just
manacles.
says no action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The action surge is no action, and the manacles are no action. Unless, I mean, that's correct. Right?
Yeah, no, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you're charging is basically one of your rune uses. Is the cost of it, right?
Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you. I believe you.
And I would like to attempt to grapple him.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Which I think is an athletics contest.
How strong are Odie? That's the question.
Strong.
I would think so.
They're ogres. 24.
Let's fucking go.
Pretty good.
I am gonna use a dread.
Oh!
On there.
I'm gonna use it on me
Okay.
because
Okay.
my roll was not as great as I would like it to be.
Oh, you're pretty strong. Gideon's are pretty strong.
24, you said?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got a 21. Trying to think.
You got that heat gauge. It's like some Kratos shit.
Wrap him up in the chain.
Exactly. Some Kratos shit.
Now, you reach out, you wrap him in the chains, and you pull him close to you. His body is like stone against yours. He feels cold, whereas you feel like a burning piece of coal. And you hold him against you. You hear a soft chuckle in the back of his throat as the tree above you begins to shake much more violently this time. You can see that even more of these thorny vines have grown on this thing. The face of this treant looks even more malevolent as it stares out at you. I need you all to roll a dexterity saving throw. And because you have the Oni grappled, I will say you will roll at disadvantage.
19.
Yeah, I think I'm double grappled.
Natural 20.
Nice. 25 total.
Do you think 14's enough? Probably not.
Not a chance.
Unlikely.
I'm twisting.
One more
Twisting.
twist. One more twist. Thanks, folks. Thanks, folks.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Gotta give it up. Gotta give it up.
Thank you, Milo, for the natural 20 I just got.
The
I'll
nitro
mirror
20?
one twist.
The nitro-
Mirror one twist.
Yeah. Take the twist. Take the twist.
What is a dex save? 14.
You immediately, so you will take full damage. Those of you that passed will take half. Why am I grabbing that one? 19 points of damage to those that passed, half if you failed, and if you failed, you fall prone. You feel yourself fall over. I will say you take the Oni with you. You feel his weight on top of you, and he seems incredibly frustrated. But there is a malicious jubilance to the way that he laughs
Is
as
he
you
prone
both.
currently?
He is prone currently. That was his lair action, or that was the lair action.
You can't handle the heat. Get out of my fucking way.
Gricko.
Does it sound like the children are following his verbal commands?
It's not necessarily verbal. He does seem to be shouting commands at them, and so I would say from what you can deduce, you've only heard him call out things. So sure, that's what you would know.
I will look at him and I will say, I'm Gricko, Grimgrin. I am the wooden wonder, and all I have to say to you is, okay. And he will open his mouth and will say, children, I forget what his voice says.
That's fine. That's good.
Go run away to safety.
With that, I would say they all immediately move their movement. They have 20 feet of movement. So you can move them all 20 feet.
Move them back.
As if there's not even a saving throw,
No.
so he can't even resist it. As I
Nope.
use my special ability,
Yep.
and then after he says that, it's like, I am a will of the Feywild. I'm one of the Shadowfell. As I will babble through his mouth to effectively silence him in case he has any spells that have verbal components.
Okay.
As I am going to just
Okay.
keep.
It's like Anchorman.
Yeah. Go, children, run away. Okay.
And did I write on that it's you have to be able to see them?
A creature within range. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so your turn.
That's your entire turn.
And then I'll blast him with my. It'll be disadvantaged because he's
Mm-hmm.
I'm blasting with my bonus action. Actually, no. With a bonus action, I'm going to heal Torbeck with a healing word, and I will say, and he will look down and say, "Hey, Torbeck, look, it's actually me, Greco, even though it sounds like it's rid of the Feywild." As I'm going to keep babbling, I'm going to heal. I'll roll that once I move.
Okay. You do that. There is a look of panic in his face for a second. As he's babbling these things and he seems confused as to why he can't control his own voice. He clutches at his throat for a minute as he looks angrily out at you. But he does not need words to do what he does next. As where there had been an Oni in your arms, he transforms into that of a small child, wiggles out of your arms quickly, and rushes into the throng. I need you to add this one to the children and mix them all up.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't all have to be like a perfect, like, cute. We know, like, roughly where they are. Yeah, that's...
Heal for 13.
That's very important, thank you.
You heal for 13.
Sorry, I probably should have the camera.
Second level healing word.
Oh, he's gone?
He's gone.
He turned into a kid. He mingled in with the...
I'm sorry, I was reading
No, that's
my
okay, that's
incredibly
okay.
complex class.
What happened was he used his final legendary action for that round to be able to transform into a child that looks exactly like the rest, wiggled out of his arms. I can't remember what your name is, Mace, and rejoined the children.
Mace, what's your name?
He has his normal speed, and he was able to do that.
I have no idea.
Dungeon Mistress, if I'm able to be, hey, I'm still in your head, would he be able to put one of the children open their mouth and talk?
So you that will happen. So how this was going to work is that you would have been at disadvantage -6 to be able to determine who he was. You will now not be minus, and you will be a straight roll to determine where he is.
Okay.
I'm talking right. I'm Will the Feywild. I'm an annoying piece of shit. Fuck you. Gang around.
But it will still be difficult to determine where he is because even there are so many of these children milling about. They're now running everywhere as well. So it would be easy to miss even just the movement of lips. And it sounds like they are, the voice is coming from all of them.
I'm Will the Feywild. I'm Will the Feywild.
And that was, his lair action, Torbeck.
This is a nightmare. Well... One moment. Is there a range? Hold on. 1 second. I'm sorry. This, I'm just trying to find a range on this. Affected target, choose Amplify Curse. Amplify Curse doesn't have a range. Doesn't say that it's melee. Alright, well, regardless, I'm in deep shit here. So what do I have to roll to try to find which one's the real one? I'm just not rolling a disadvantage? It's a perception check?
So anytime you want to attempt to attack him, you will roll at, you will just roll straight to see if you attack the actual will. If you choose to attack, it's going to attack regardless of whether you hit will or not.
Yeah. Is it just a perception check? What kind of check is it?
It's just a straight roll. It's just a straight roll, and I have a DC set for it.
Torbeck would try. Torbeck is Witchlight into hell. He would give it a shot. He's breathing. So first off, no, I lied. I can't do that. I fell unconscious, and you brought me back. So I have to use half my movement to stand up.
Shit.
You did exactly as me. I had 9 health left, and half was 9.
Damn.
So I actually can't get to them. So that's kind of the end of my turn.
What's your speed?
30.
I'm Will the Feywild. Hi, everybody.
Oh, fuck.
You can dash.
Well,
You could hide.
I'm gonna make it warped.
You could hide, like,
If
as an action.
there's stuff for me to hide around here, I mean, you know.
Slap Frost. Get him out of kid form.
I don't know if I would do that either. That's my turn.
Okay.
I can't get close enough.
It is Will's turn, and nothing seems to happen.
Yeah.
I'm Will the Feywild. I can't cast any spells because I'm talking right now for 10 whole minutes.
Frost, it's your turn.
I will, now that I am a very simple...
Oh yes, you make another Wisdom saving throw to see if you return to your form.
Oh, at the start of my turn? Fantastic.
Yeah, because that's what you do, right? Is at the start of your turn, so that's what I started doing.
I think I should twist.
Twist. You should twist.
Mm-hmm.
One more twist.
I feel strongly that I should twist.
There's 2 more.
I feel strong.
Two twists. Down, buddy.
I need to get... Where's my other D20? It's in here. I maybe...
One more twist. One more twist.
No, I mean...
One more twist.
It's fate.
Because you haven't rolled all your dice yet.
It's fate.
Roll away from yourself.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
You lose your turn as you remain
Does seem
a mindless child.
God.
How does using this action work?
You would be able to use it if you weren't a mindless child.
I will reach into my pocket.
You have no pockets. Oh no, you do have pockets
I
now.
have my pouch, and
Yeah.
I will reach in, I will pull out a ball of string, and I'll...
You should have rolled away from yourself towards Mace next time. Next time. Actually, you should use one more twist. And roll towards Mace away from yourself as far as possible.
Mikey firmly believes that this is the way. You might as well just show him.
Yeah, give it one more shot.
One more twist.
Luck of the Irish.
Give it one more shot.
Away, as far away from you as possible, and close to Mace as possible.
Clear the range.
Yeah.
Bring it on home.
No,
It bounced
It
towards
wasn't
you.
meant to be.
It bounced
It bounced
It
towards
did not
you.
bounce.
No,
It bounced
no,
towards
it's
you,
fine.
yeah.
It's
It
fine.
bounced
It's
a little
fine.
bit.
Inko Melly just threw a twist.
Okay, yeah.
Oh!
We're
Thank you, Inko Melly.
This is why we have twists.
Give me
Season
good-
finale towards Mace. Luck
Give
of
me
the
a good
Irish.
runway. What is that?
That's a
Natural
natural
20.
20.
Oh! It didn't bounce towards you.
I'm talking about!
That's what I'm talking about. Roll towards it, not
You had to
bouncing
give it a
back.
little runway! It bounced back! I don't write the rules, Derek!
It's so true.
I just play the game!
Let's go!
Woo!
I don't write the rules, Derek needs to be a t-shirt. That's fucking amazing. Okay, so I
You-
guess I reach into my hand and I pull out a
That's very funny.
ball of string and then I'm like...
And you have your turn.
Oh my gosh. What happened to me? A
Like
flash
the wrinkles on a brain.
a flash of ignorance. Yeah.
Hey, Frosty! Frosty, I'm Will the Feywild. I'm over here.
Do I get a sense of where that voice is coming from?
I'm over here, Frosty. Look at me. Look at me.
It's coming from the pile of children that are all running around.
Do I
You
look
have
at,
to-
I mean, this is a wide pile.
Mhm.
Can I at least get a left-right signature?
You can roll a d20 to see if you can find Will of the Feywild. But if you choose to attack, you're
Don't
attacking
forget.
regardless of whether you find him or not.
forget.
Yeah. Towards Mace.
Let's put your token back.
Yeah. You're ready.
I'm going to walk 1, 2, 3 here and listen for the voice and suss it out.
I'm Will the Feywild. Frosty, you better hit me.
1.
You rolled a natural 1.
I did.
What was it that you were? What attack were you going to do?
I was going to use my ability of the Crystal Cat to attempt to create a beam of blindness into the children.
Oh, is that AoE?
Does it do any damage?
No, it's 10 feet. There's no save.
Oh.
I'm going to blind 8 to 10 children.
You do easily blind 8 to 10 children. Yeah.
Holy shit.
But do I get a sense that I hit the
You have
Oni?
no idea.
Well, I'll blind the children.
My
I'll blind the children.
Yeah, they deserve it. They fucking deserve it. We're getting captured.
10-foot beam hits. All of these particular ones are instantly blinded, no saves for.
No, that's fine. That's exactly what you do.
my eyes! It's like staring in the sun.
Cremmy, it's your turn.
Children, if you're blind and you're not Noni, lie down.
walk up here and I'll step over Gate.
I'm Will of the Feywild.
I'm just still be prone, yeah.
I'm Will of the Feywild. Don't attack Hootsie. Hootsie, if you're Hootsie, get out of here. Run away, kids.
All right, fellas. I'm the Bookie of Bone, and I got a hunger. And the only prescription is more gambling debt. And I use the Devour ability, and these like neon poker chips are going to swoosh from everyone here.
Let's fucking go.
And they'll absorb into me as I devour bad luck, and I will pass out 4 natural 20s.
What?
Oh! Plus 4 here. That we can charge in. Everyone can only have one.
I missed out.
Yeah, you gotta be within 10 feet. Sorry.
I'll put this right here.
Okay.
There's no say. Yeah, it automatically succeeds.
Let's go!
Okay, so we all have natural 20s.
Yeah.
That's my action.
That is your action.
My bonus action, I suppose I can maybe try to do a spell or something. Actions.
Hey,
Bonus
Crummy, kill me. I'm Will of the Feywild. Kill me. Gangarang. Oh my god. Thank you for all of the gifted subs.
Thank you.
We have a hype train going. Let's see how high the hype train can go, and we'll hit our goal tonight. Let's hit our goal tonight, folks. Let's keep it going.
The shadow.
It's the shadow.
Badass.
It's going to kind of like not walk, almost like float as it's the shadow over me.
It's like these couple can only see shadow.
Oh shit!
That's pretty cool.
And I don't want to attack a child with this guy.
Well,
oh no!
you gotta risk it, man.
Sometimes you gotta roll the hard 6.
Do I get any sense? Did I get any sense that Frost got in terms of where he might be?
No. Roll a d20 to see if you can determine Will from the others.
I mean,
And then you
children
have to
were
attack
instantly
afterwards
going
if you make this roll.
So if it can be there where the shadow, I'm gonna look and the shadow spawn's gonna attack.
It's going to attack.
Okay.
It just determines whether you're going to hit Will or not.
Let's do it. It's attacking.
And
Are they afraid?
advantage.
Are they afraid?
They are.
Depends on if it's Will or not.
Well, okay. If they had failed his dreadful scream, then he'd
All
be
the
advantaged.
children had failed.
Okay.
But you don't know if it's Will yet. So
Right,
you need
well-
to roll to hit
Okay, let me
Will
roll
or
one,
not.
and then I'll roll the second one.
And then you will roll.
It's a 2. Is that twistable?
These ones are not twistable.
Okay. So
You are advantaged.
Oh.
So you are advantaged.
So if it's Will, it's a 2. If it's not Will, it's a 10. And do I add my attack? Might to hit?
What do you
or-
mean no, you were rolling a 20 to see if you could determine which one of these children was Will.
Oh.
You
that
then
was a 2.
now you
Okay.
So chance
Richie knows that you're not hitting Will.
And now you're just
But
rolling
you're rolling to
crush
attack
one
one of
Kill
these
a child.
children.
Okay.
to absolutely
And I'm advantaged,
mutilate
because they're
one of these poor
Yes.
kids.
Oh. That might actually miss. Oh.
Drag Queen Cinnamon
Hey,
Roll!
thank
Skittles!
you.
33 subs from Drag Queen Cinnamon Roll. 20 subs from Skittles.
Thank you.
Devman says one gifted 2 twists. And I'm sure there's more. We might be almost at our goal,
shit.
folks. We might be past our goal.
13 to hit.
That's the next
That
level.
hits.
Oh,
How much damage does this do?
412. Kid just explodes
I mean, it's a
into
shadow
viscera.
nightmare creature.
It's called Chilling Rend.
This child just explodes into
I
viscera.
roll average damage. That's good.
Red mist.
12 points of cold damage.
You reach out with the shadow, and it begins to move through these children. You watch as it moves next to them. It continues to transform into their shadows until it eventually finds the one you believe to be Will of the Feywild, and it lashes out, and you immediately see the form change as a small dwarven girl appears in front of you. She smiles for a moment before you see her eyes roll back in her head, and she slams to the ground, looking completely lifeless.
Oh!
Wait, do you want us to...
Wasn't that one?
Just pick one up, flip it over, make sure it does not have a W on the back of it, and you can remove it. So just pick a random one.
Cool.
Okay, I did. And, yeah. That's
Brutal.
That's
Brutal.
Hootsie has more hit points than that.
As soon as this is over, I'm going to perfect my rue.
And And her life is sold.
What I will say is
Ominous
she
jazz.
appears lifeless. I'll say for the sake of this, just because this would be horrible, they're not actually dead. She's just
As
unconscious.
long as I don't
She's
like,
just
overkill her.
Richie, Andy, Mikey, Mason, Derek all know these children are not actually dead. Your characters would think otherwise.
Oh! Did I do that?
And for the sake of chat, these children are not dead.
Technically, it's sort of like an Oni shadow that did that.
The heroes.
Thanks for the
of
subs.
story.
Nuclear
Thank
blue.
you.
Nuclear blue. Thank you.
Gideon. Almost at the top of the round.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna
The
Feywild.
lair action
I'm a
is,
bitch.
but Gideon, it's your turn.
I'm a bitch.
I take my haunted poker chip and I say, I love it when you stack the deck, Crummy. And I spent half my
I'll help
movement
you
to
up,
get up.
just for flavor.
Yeah. And I'll move here, which is 7.5.
Double that.
12 point.
That's in range of your chains.
Huh?
Any range attack with the chains? Never mind.
No, I don't have any range attack on thing.
Burning hands.
Don't confuse me. He's doing that.
I could do burning hands, but even that's a 15-foot cone, so I'd be out of it.
Yeah.
I'd have to dash to get up there by the shadow.
Did you action surge or anything?
Yeah, I actually surged already,
yeah.
just to hit him again.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just dash to get up in there.
You're good.
And now I double action surge and cast burning hands and kill him.
Thank you, I love my boyfriend. 5 gifted subs. Thank you.
If we could not do the gifted subs just so we can get through this combat, I would really appreciate it. So we can let's just try and focus. I'm sorry, what were you saying you were doing?
I just run up there. I will bonus action second wind just to heal.
Okay. And you were
Good call.
burning hands.
No, I
yeah.
can't do that. That was a
Oh,
I can't do that.
okay,
I can't
okay,
do
okay.
that. I would.
Now it's the layer action.
Now it's the layer action.
Max healing.
Max healing.
Nice.
So you don't do any
I don't
damage
do
at all.
any damage to anybody,
Okay,
but I
okay.
do look around for Will to see if I can see his punky ass bitch face.
Roll
I'm
a
right up here.
Roll a d20.
Okay, I'm right up here. I'm just saying.
Not -6.
Is he? What's he saying?
Oh, Gideon, chain me up. Not in a weird way, though.
Oh my god.
Not in a weird
Put me
way.
with your chains. Just a 9.
No.
We are not rolling hot.
It is the lair action. Once again, the tree begins to shake,
Oh, no.
and you watch that each round, as combat progresses, you are seeing more and more of these thorny tendrils. More and more thorns are falling from the bough as this is happening, and it is going to do. 16.
This is all of us?
27. Scored of 27.
20 points of damage to anyone who fails, and 10 points to anyone who succeeds.
DC 16?
DC is 15.
Okay, I pass.
Just one more time. 2 twists. 2 twists.
I
Okay,
passed so hard I heal.
Whoa.
16. I got 16, so I'll take 10.
Crazy.
Anybody fail?
Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. What was the third?
Dex.
Dex.
15.
15 passes. You will still take 10 points of damage, all of you.
Thank you.
You take 10 points of piercing damage as these thorns pierce into you, but you are able to dodge away from the lashing branches as they attempt to knock you prone. Will does not seem to emerge from this. Gricko.
Damn, he's so strong.
As I'm shouting, I'll take my ocarina and I'll switch the song do as the Goralin will appear playing some bongos. As I will then Torbeck's still looking rough, right?
Yeah, brutally.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up here.
But he's locked in. Torbeck's
And
locked
I
in.
am going to say, here's a big mega banana! As I'm going to
Shit,
cast
let's
Cure
fucking go.
Wounds on you.
Let's
And then
go.
the song's also going to heal me
Oh,
as I do
hell
that.
yeah.
As those bonus action, that's my turn.
Okay.
I'll roll for both of us.
Okay. Torbeck.
Moving on.
Can you roll?
Oh,
it kind of matters.
Oh, it does. It
Yeah,
does.
because I gotta spend hit points to do shit. So just take your time. I'm
Oh,
not gonna
that's
be
Yeah.
right.
but I need to know.
I gotta know.
15 points of healing
That's huge.
to you, and then 9 points of healing to me.
That's huge.
I fucking love Circle of Stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Circle of Stars.
Torbeck is still breathing heavily. His hands, these claws that he normally has, they begin to like change and mutilate and become longer and more knife-like, and now they're like dripping with this horrific glowing magenta stuff. As I will take 1d6 damage to activate my. I take 1 damage.
Nice.
Minimum damage. Okay, so it's gonna add 1d6
hell
to my
yeah.
attacks. I use my movement to move forward. I would like to cash in my natural 20 to identify Will.
Oh my god!
Holy
You
shit!
look
Very
out.
smart.
You look out towards this group of children, and you see that one of them is looking a little beefier than the others. It becomes clear to you almost immediately as you see this child muttering under his breath that while he has been not doing anything, he's been healing. That he has been choosing to not do anything within the sea of children to regain his strength and to regenerate through the power of whatever that magic is. And you can see that it is thrumming through him as you lock eyes and you hone in on Will.
It's like Warwick's blood sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kill me,
You see the
Torbeck.
tag.
Kill me, Torbeck.
Yeah.
It's me, Will the Feywild. I'm a bitch. I'm hiding like a coward.
The attacks are no longer advantage, right? I'm just attacking straight.
Not from me.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make 2 attacks.
We're twisting until you make sure you.
I'll twist one. The one's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That hits. It's 16.
We'll twist this until it's nice.
Higher.
Should we determine which
26
one?
points of damage over 2 attacks.
Hell yeah.
How much?
26 over 2 attacks.
Should we determine the W?
26 over 2 attacks.
Okay. You rush in, you push the children aside as you head straight towards Will. You claw into him, rending his flesh. This is horrifying as you watch Torbeck go absolutely feral on this visage of a small child. You see his blood begins pouring out of his body. You watch as even in his rejuvenated state, he is still weakened and he slumps forward. You see tears begin to stream down his eyes. He looks like he is barely hanging on.
May I reveal the token?
Just put one in front of Torbeck and we'll call that one Will, because depending on what happens next.
Yeah, the other kids can't.
It
Poker chips for the win!
was meant to be.
Oh my god!
That was fucking crazy. You all saw it.
Holy fuck.
That's so crazy.
Amazing.
Power
Damn.
teamwork. Best friends win championships.
I have to roll
Yeah,
to
that's
see
what I'll
if
say.
he is able to
Slip away. Get back in the crowd.
and it looks like he is able to. He looks up at you and you see him smile, and for a second you see the pointed teeth. You see the horns appear in his head for a second as he slips away, and next thing you see is just a sea of children as they're all running around panicking. But he looks like he is
His
incredibly
blood's in
wounded.
my eyes. My blood's in my eyes.
Got
I
it.
lose
You got
track of
two
him.
good fucking hits.
I
on
love
him.
that.
That was good though.
And that is his entire turn to do that. So Frost.
You may think that you're hiding, but now that I know which one you are, I can see through you with my mind. I'll use my natural 20 to find.
Bum, bum, bum.
And then,
Yeah, exactly.
presuming that I can
You
do that.
immediately sense him. You notice him as he's crawling between, like, even though these children are running this way and that, they're panicking. It is absolute chaos. But you see that he is very weak and he's barely able to stand up. You watch as he grabs onto the body of one of the other children and pulls himself up and slightly leans on them to blend in, but you're able to see that there's one that is clearly more weakened.
I can feel the signature of his mind, and I'm just watching him through the crowd now, and knowing
and
that
you watch as he breathes in, he seems to be channeling something. He seems to be attempting to heal himself, and you imagine if you wait too much longer, he will be able to regain some more or regenerate more health.
you've done enough, Will. and I will try to crush his mind with mine. He needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
He's toast.
His intelligence is +2.
He's toast.
He's an ogre.
She's got
And I'm
dreads.
going to spend a bonus action to make sure that I have enough sorcery points.
I will
to
use
make it-
1 dread potentially.
Oh, I was going to give him disadvantage, but
Okay.
you can still use the dread.
I
after
could
that.
still use the dread.
That's up to you.
And so he's disadvantaged. Okay, so that would be a 5 + 2 would be a 7. I'm going to use a dread, and that's a 2. So that would be a 4. So he fails.
He takes 12 psychic damage.
You watch as you look through this throng of children, and you find the weakened one. You look towards him, and you squish his brain. And as he is muttering unintelligible things that Gricko is causing him to spew out of his mouth. The children are going crazy. He looks exhausted. He looks tired. He's focusing on trying to regenerate his health. You see as he reaches towards his side, and you see another vial of this liquid as he pops the top, ready to down some more of it. As you with your mind, smash into his brain, and you watch as his eyes roll back into his head, and he falls over, dead in front of you. His childlike form begins to fade away very quickly as the Oni body begins to grow larger and larger and larger. You all watch as all of these children begin to stop. The charm control over them broken as this entity is killed in front of you. You begin to see dwarven children, elven children, the dwarf child that Kremi's shadow had attacked shakes her head and sits up looking confused, very clearly in pain but alive. As you see Mishka towards the back, you see Hootsie appear. Juniper, the owlbear, appears. Ethel, the old woman that had been caged up. You see, you even see some toy soldiers that had been captured. You see one of the goblins from the goblin market. It's not just children. It was whoever they needed to take to get out of Loomlurch alive.
8 of them are still blind for the next 52 seconds.
That's true. And luckily for me, it was nobody important. As some of the 8 of these children are panicking because they cannot see. And you watch as all of them begin to come to, and then I need you all to roll a wisdom saving throw.
I'm still disadvantaged.
Natural 20, folks.
A dread.
I got a natural 1.
If I try to twist this, will you dread it?
11.
So I got a 6.
I'm gonna twist this unless you dread me.
I fail.
18.
Okay.
27.
You're
That's
done.
outrageous.
No more twists.
I fail.
Yeah, good try.
As
27.
14.
27.
27.
The rest of you, actually, I'll judge you again. I figure you use
There
like
it is.
4, so I'll use
11.
2. You all look around for a minute. Gricko, you see Hootsie, and you feel yourself overwhelmed as your child is there in front of you. You are all exhausted, but victorious in this moment as you hear a faint, weakened voice. And immediately the ground beneath you begins to rumble as the tree ant has not been felled. And similar to the children who had been held in these thorny cages, you feel a cage erupt up out of the earth made of roots and thorns as it traps you within. All of the children immediately look towards you, they look towards you with blank eyes and then fall to the ground unconscious. As from the very back, a withered old woman, Ethel, who you had met on the crossroads, stands up. shakes the dust off of her, and begins to move towards you. And as she does, her form begins to change. What was a weakened old woman who had been telling you the plight of her husband and what had happened to him, you now see turned into a more toad-like form as Bavlorna Blightstraw shambles towards you, kneels down next to the dead body of the Oni, and you watch as she takes a small vial of his blood, humming to herself. You notice that out of her satchel, you can see some of her lornlings climbing out and beginning to scavenge some things from him. All the while, she is paying you no mind. After she is done taking the blood from this Oni, you watch as she snaps her fingers and the roots claim its body and pull it down into the earth. She then looks towards all of you and she smiles a twisted smile. You did exactly what I needed you to do. You went to get the picture for me, did you not? And she reaches into her other pack and she pulls out what are clearly 6 vials of blood and pricked your fingers on the thorns. The blood I need to thwart my sisters. Oh, this will be grand. This will be grand. And that is where we will end the session.
Little fucking freaks!
Well done, Nikki. Well done. Nice running the session.